Okay, we are back with our Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea campaign. This is session 44, and I believe, if I check my calendar, this is the last Saturday of April. So starting next Saturday, we're going to be streaming on a new channel, Bandit Escape Actual Play. The link I'll put in the description if it's not there already. And go ahead and subscribe over there so you can continue to watch the series. Once we get 100 subscribers, that'll be the URL, but it's not quite there yet, so you have to follow that link, which is all long or whatever. In any case, we are back in Hyperborea. The party has set out from Dunwich. It is the still the second day of the 10th month of the 13th year. It is very, very cold in this part of Hyperborea, and the party had trekked from the town of Dunwich, who was having some problems where some of their hunters and also civilians were taken, as well as some kind of not very valuable but possibly very useful gemstone was taken by these beastmen, who typically are not, well, they could be dangerous, but they're typically not ones to be aggressive to the humans. So it did seem kind of strange. So the party went to explore, and they found this kind of strange structure, this in the cliffside. Most of the rooms here are made of some kind of unknown metal, dull gray metal. All of the doors seem to open through some form of magic, or possibly the magic that you've sometimes heard referred to as science. They open kind of automatically to the doors. They're quite loud, and they're quite large at 15-foot square. The party realized that last session. How big are the doors? Yeah, they're 15-foot doors. But there's no stairways or hallways, really. There's these tubes that run between the various rooms of the structure. While the party is moving slowly, it's not a big deal, but they go anywhere from 25 to 45 degrees. So you got some pretty steep slants there at areas. They're rounded like tubes. This whole place is lit with a strange light from above, kind of a green light. And after doing some exploration the last session, the party came upon a room that was quite different than the rest, as it was filled with plant life, and it was quite warm. And some of that plant life didn't really like the party being there, so a melee broke out, to which the party was victorious, and they discovered some interesting items of magic. As they kind of moved back into, that was a dead end essentially. As they moved back into this room, it's probably 60-foot diameter chamber. It's round. It has this broken metal boxes that were attached to the walls, torn apart. There's wires frayed and broken things, like much of this place. It looks like there's been a fire here at one point. They come back into that room. One of their party members that was guarding the entrance last time has come back to join the party after hearing the fight. So we'll go through and introduce everybody's characters. And then we'll start from here in this room. I'll give the room description again, so you guys don't have to memorize that. And we'll just start at the top. And Crystal, tell us about your character.
I play Calesta Kixalos. She's a magician. She used to be a merchant, and now she's in this dungeon exploring with the rest of the party.
Short and sweet. Nice. Nikki, tell us about your character.
I play Pinista. She is a bard, and she is happy to have survived the encounter with the shambling mound. As they had all talked about running, but what are you going to do when the cataphract decides to stay and fight, right? So she's happy to have survived and happy to have received those stones that they found inside the creature. And she's looking forward to figuring out the rest of the mystery of the headbands and enslaved beastmen. And that's Pinista.
Excellent. Mike, tell us about your character.
I can't hear Mike.
You're muted,
Neither
Mike.
No, he's not muted. It doesn't look like he is anyways.
No.
I thought he was just gathering his thoughts for his exposition.
Oh, on mine he shows he's muted.
Oh, does it? He doesn't seem to be
No,
online.
that's Young. That's Young. Sorry. I'll shut up now.
That's okay. Actually, while Mike's figuring that out, you might as well tell us about your character there, Rush.
Okay. I am playing Bale, who is a Khromarium Celt, former mercenaryman. He's wields a great hammer of war, and he's grown tired of, you know, while the mercenary life is great, and it does pay, too many tales has he heard of people who set off on adventure and hunting of treasures and the like, and come away with, he's heard all the romantic stories about how they come away with riches and things like that. And Bale has decided that, having proven himself a capable mercenary, he now wishes to prove to himself a capable adventurer, and so he has set off with this band of misfits per se, who have had their own ship. They seem to be a uh, well versed lot, and so he is tagging along and hoping that he can keep the others safe and find riches in the process. And that is Bale.
Excellent. Well, Bale will be happy to know that they found some gems last time. They should kind of come in and approach the group. Young, tell us about Basil the Cataphract.
So I play Basil Drakkos. He's the veteran cavalryman from Khromarium City Guard. He's an adept swordsman and an expert mounted archer who excels in combat maneuver he calls ride-by shooting. In the previous episode, he full-heartedly stayed back to fight that shambling mound and nearly, got squeezed to death. But thanks to the quick thinking of Calesta and Pinista and Muda, he was saved and managed to defeat that creature. So you see him in the corner with his back against the wall. He's writing on a small a pad of paper. It seems like a small journal, and he's just about wrapped up in chronicling what has just transpired. And he looks up and he's glad to see Bale rejoin the party.
Excellent. And let's see if Muda has come out of his meditation of silence.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Yes, Muda is a Lemurian purloiner. He's a little worried about the party right now, having been beaten up by the shambling mound. He knows that we are worse for wear. He knows that he himself is not feeling the best, and he knows that Calesta has taken a lot of beating from the centipedes too, and he's not sure how much he wants to test Rel as far as the healing goes, particularly so far from home in these deep, cold caves. If the power of Rel goes this deep in these cold caverns, so he is going to be a little tenuous about how they continue to go forward, and will likely probably grab Basil a little quicker before Basil goes charging into the next combat.
Probably very wise. Risk reward, right? You got some magic. So just to recap, because it's been, I guess, probably this is like the third session in here, just in case anybody's watching it for the first time, or if you guys may have forgotten. Right. So you have found some of these beastmen, the Hermia, we'll call them Hermi, right? the Hermi. They you found some. They seem to be in kind of some kind of weird magical trance or something with some bands on their head, which you have extracted. Well, there was one that the fast finger and purloin I held on to. And you did notice that while they do shine or they glow, rather, there's five or six gems on them. They blink in order in color. But the stone itself is not colored. It is actually corundum, which is the same stone that was stolen by the jeweler. You haven't seen any signs of the hunters that were taken yet, or any of that, except for the fact that you did find some of the weapons that were stolen from the village. In the room you're in, as I noted, it's 60 feet round, so it's a big old round room. The ceiling is domed, 35 foot. The walls are lined with these broken metal boxes that are kind of torn from the walls, and you kind of looked inside of them and stuff, and you saw that some of them had, going deeper into the wall, essentially these almost glass-like, but not really glass, hard but not glass tubes that seem to be somehow had krill in them, or where you would imagine. You also saw lots of wire that was torn up. It looked like something had reached inside and just pulled and tore. You could see the look of it, and also clearly there was some fire in here, and you can smell burned, a burnt smell on some of these wires that are pulled from the wall. Otherwise, there was a door on the east wall that went down. It was a sloping passage down, which goes to the room that had the plants in it. And then on the west wall, there's basically two passages. One is ascending up, which Braille just came through, because that's where you guys came from. That went up to a room that also had two ways to go, an ascending and a descending. You guys took the descending path. And the other passageway here, also on the west wall, is descending. When you go near that door, it opens up, and you can see the path is about 100 or so foot long. It goes down to another door. It's a pretty straight path, but it's slanted down, of course. So, what are you guys doing as our hammered fighter? I don't know if that's a good way to say it. I mean, it is boring. What do you guys want to do?
Well,
Dale just kind of looks to everybody else for a moment with his arms crossed across his chest.
You notice that around Pinista, right? What the other one? Muda? Was that it?
no, I think no, Basil has the Dex one.
Yeah.
I didn't take
around
this.
Basil?
I don't need them. Yeah.
Around Basil and Muda.
No,
Yep.
Muda doesn't want the stones of annoyance.
Oh, you took them down. Okay. So around Basil's head is floating a stone. It's a red sphere, I believe. A little red sphere kind of making circles around his head.
Hey, Bale, it's glad to see you back here.
Yes, indeed.
How is everyone doing back there?
Well, they're fine, but I feel I have to ask. It seems you have a red rock spinning around your head. That's new.
Yeah, Muda found it on his way out of that pile of vines and guts. He took it down himself in the end. He tried to eat us.
A magic rock. Magical stone, I presume. Do you know what it does?
Well, Pinista did tell us what this one does. I think the other ones with a different color gives you different magical powers. Well, the one that's spinning around my head makes me a little swifter, a little more nimble than I usually am. But I think Pinista said something about one of the stones giving you strength.
Yep.
Hmm.
And one a greater constitution.
Ah, yes. Well, that is
Literally.
Yes, literally.
Well, that's good. I, you know, as long as somebody is able to figure out what they do, you don't want to just take a magic rock you find and just start letting it spin itself off around your head. I mean, who knows what it could do?
Exactly.
Well-
That was my point. I found it way too annoying.
Well, yes, but we know what they do.
Yeah,
It
well,
helps it be swift and strong and increases your constitution.
Yes, and
Well-
everybody sees a rock flying around your head.
As you guys are talking about that, Basil's eyes look like he's like following some sort of fly buzzing right in front of him. His eyes are following his stone right now.
Well,
Well, If
Muda,
you want one of these stones, Bailey, you can have one.
well, I know that you are a singer of songs, a teller of tales, and a keeper of lore. So, if you say that you know what they do and that they are harmless, then I have no reason to disbelieve that. Now, I do see Muda's point that this thing flying around your head could get in the way, but I'm used to pitched battle where arrows and sometimes fingers and anything else could just come flying through the air at any time.
Yes,
I don't-
and what was the first thing that you noticed about Basil?
Well, I noticed that he had a rock spinning around his head.
Exactly. It's kind of hard to be undetected with
Well-
rocks flying around your head.
Can he take the rock down? That's the first question. And the other thing is that there is a strategic element to this, Muda, because the first thing I noticed was the rock, and I was paying attention to the rock and not paying attention to the man. And in a fight, that can be a dangerous mistake to make.
I hadn't thought of that.
Yes.
Well, I was hoping that whoever noticed me would notice my good looks rather than these rocks.
I think you better stick to the rocks, my friend. But I know that many a man has lost his guts to the to a well hidden dagger that he never saw coming. So, yeah, if you think that you have one that could possibly make my hammer blows even more potent, then it is of course at the lady's discretion. But I would
Um,
not say no.
So it increases. I can give you one that would increase your strength by 1 if that would put you up to a different tier,
That's a
Bale,
good question. Let me find out.
or your con by 1 if that would help you at all. I mean, I don't have them. They're ours.
Yeah, I know.
Blue or pink?
Oh.
Well, blue is the strength and pink
Oh,
is the.
well, I have a 17 strength, so
Mhm.
that stone would give me an 18. I think that would kick everything up by 1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I
It's a
shall
big
hand
deal.
you the blue rhomboid ion stone.
Ah, well, thank God it wasn't pink. It doesn't match my eyes. I am not to toot my own trumpet, but I am a rather strong lad and always have been. But by the gods, if this will make me even stronger, then who knows? So what do I do? Do I just like toss it near my head or?
Here, let me throw it at you.
I think you have to touch it. Just touch it, Rush, and it will.
Simply touch.
Yeah,
Touch
grab
it.
hold of that and then touch your forehead with it, like this. He grabs his own and touches it on his forehead and starts spinning around his.
He takes it. He looks at Muda and he goes, "I feel kind of silly, but if it works." And then he shrugs, and so he touches it to his forehead and he lets it go. And
Yeah, when you do that, the stone immediately, like if maybe you think it's gonna fall, because when you let go of it, you feel the weight drop. But yeah, it starts to go down, then it comes up and it starts to slowly make a circle around your head. And you
Hmm.
notice too that when Basil walked, it kind of like It doesn't stay exactly the same distance, so as you're walking, it kind of drifted behind him, but then it caught back up and circled back around his head. So it's moving around. It's so
Okay.
yes, that is a Ion Stone. You can take it down yourself, just so you know mechanically, just by reaching up and grabbing it. For anybody else to get it, I think they have to make a hit against it at like armor class -5. So it's pretty hard for somebody else to take it away from you, but it's not impossible.
Sweet.
Well,
So-
Bale, how do you feel?
Well, I kind of stretched my arms out. I was like, well, I mean, it's hard to tell. I'll let you know the first time I get a chance to swing this this hammer. Then we
Well,
will know.
I'm sure you'll get a chance.
Yes. One can only hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Humbly, he says that.
Yes. And I beg you guys' forgiveness. I don't have the book with me right now. So when you go to 18, the attack mod goes to 2, right?
Yeah, you are at 18. You are +1 attack. Oh, no, I'm sorry, +2 attack, +3 damage.
Sweet.
Yeah, and your test of strength is 5 and 6. And your
feat?
extraordinary feat is 32, but of course you're a fighter, so you get +8, so it'd be go up to 40.
Good lord.
Yeah,
So you got
that's
pretty
pretty
good
awesome.
extraordinary feat. Yeah, that's very good. That's very useful. I definitely could have used the last time we were trying to open the door. They barely
Okay.
made it with crystal's extra 4%, just barely put them over the top.
All right. So when I change
speaking
it
of
up
that-
here, oh, sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah, just
I'll
change it there,
say-
and then if you ever lose a stone, just move it back.
But what I'm saying is when I change it up there, it automatically takes all that into effect when I click the dice to roll for my weapon, right?
Yep. If you
Sweet.
Does it?
update
Okay.
it. Yep.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
I don't have Facebook or anything open, guys. So if Crystal, she fell out. So
I asked her. She said that her internet went out.
okay, yeah, that's it. So if she says anything, just let me know. Like just write in the chat. Or whatever. We'll just keep
Okay.
moving until it comes back up. I'm sure it probably will eventually. Okay, so as noted, you basically have 2 besides hanging out in this room, which probably is getting a little boring. You've got 2 or 3 ways out. You got the way that leads down into the room with the warm space that had the shambling mound and all the also Black Lotus. Just be careful down there. But no other exit, so basically that's a dead end. You've got the way that to go back. You can go back up where Bale just came from, which would put you into that room that had 2 ways in and out. That was the one that had the 4 kind of 6-inch tall pillars that were 10 feet, and then in front of it was those like clear tubes that were tall and they had the krill in the bottom. Or there's a new way that you haven't gone yet, which descends further down.
Well, you know my rule.
Down.
Yes. Let's
I mean,
go
that's what you've
down.
been doing. Yeah, you've been going down. So I assume, but I don't want to assume where you're going to go. Okay, so yeah, you could make it again as long as you're taking your time. I'm not going to make you do any checks to make it up or down the thing. So you just go slowly and you're making your way down. You don't need light or anything, so there's really no reason to track time at this moment. This place is lit. As you reach the bottom of the slope, I guess doing the standard processes, Mood is going to move forward. And like every door, except for the one with the green, with all the greenery inside, this door opens up when you get close to it. You are looking into another round room. It's about 60 foot in diameter, 40-foot ceiling. And what you see is, I mean, even Mood. I mean, you're a studied person. I mean, none of you are from strictly living in the wilds. You've all been in towns and cities and stuff. So what you see in the room is what appears to be bookcases. But what might be strange about this is that they're in the middle of the room. So the room is round, and then you've got these like half moon shaped bookcases that kind of follow the length of the wall, but they're not on the wall. They're like one's about 6 or 8 feet away from the wall, and there's a space, and there's another one, and then the same thing goes the other way. So there's a total of 4 of them, and all of it creates basically a circle going into the center of the room. They are metal. And they are, as far as you can tell, from looking through the door, not walking in there yet, they appear to be empty. You can see that the room itself has rips and tears in the metal walls, and you can actually see that. You can actually see like the stone through it. Like this is probably the most damaged room you've seen so far. You can also see that near the southern end of the room, so that'd be like your right side. You can see that there is a lot of cobwebs down there, which again you haven't really seen much. And there is actually a bit of a smell of it's cold in here, and there's this kind of smell of like wet fur. And directly across from you on the other wall, there's another door.
Ceiling, anything
Uh,
anything unique about the ceiling, or just plain?
yeah, actually, the ceiling's. I mean, it's not unique in most cases, but it's unique in this space. Is that this ceiling is flat? So you're basically in like a silo. Everywhere else you've been, the ceiling has been domed. This is the only flat
Yes.
ceiling. Yeah,
Okay.
and it is 40 feet tall. The bookcases, they go up almost that high. They go up like about 25, 30 foot.
Wow.
Well, I look back and I start being sneaky.
Yep.
And I will
Start
slowly walk in.
Kind of casual, like.
Yeah. Nothing to see here.
Yeah.
Just a Lemurian in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, go into the room. Nothing seems to be attracted to you. In your sneakiness
Yes.
as you go into the center of the room.
Poor Muda, nothing's attracted to you.
No. I will die lonely.
Well, Muda, Basil, these bookcases are big, just like the table was. Whatever lived here. Oh, I'm getting a very bad feeling about this.
Yes. But the wet fur. That is interesting.
Yeah, it does smell like that, doesn't it?
Are these shelves climbable?
Sure, you could climb them.
Okay.
Being
I'll
a
start.
thief type, you could definitely climb up.
I'll start climbing. Just see if I can get
Yeah.
a better look around the room.
Yeah, you get up on the shelf and you start climbing. Of course, you're being extra careful because you're thinking these are tall bookshelves, and they could be a little unstable.
Yes.
But as soon as you step on it, you feel it's really like firm, like it doesn't move at all. And you're thinking maybe at first maybe there's some kind of strange metal, it's very heavy or something. But then you kind of look down, you can see they're actually bolted to the ground.
Oh. Well, this is some sort of illusion. They're actually fixed to the ground, even though they look quite different.
Right. So these are the bookshelves. Yeah, if you can figure that out.
Oh, okay.
Just in case that wasn't clear. I mean, the room is so simple. It's harder to describe a simple room than it is a complex room. Yeah. So, yeah, and you climb up and you get up. You climb right up as a thief type. No
Yep.
problem. You get up there. They're very, very strong. You don't feel like you're in danger at all when you climb up top and you're looking around the room. You see all those cobwebs over in the southern part of the room. Doesn't seem to be any kind of like bulk in there.
Okay.
Nothing large, that they can spy. And they look old, you would imagine, based on the amount of just kind of how dried out they look.
Okay. Yeah. Everything looks okay, I think, except for those cobwebs over there. Everything looks old, though. And supersized.
So Bale, this being the first time he's been down here, as he looks at these giant bookcases, he's like, wow. huge. And he starts looking at the bookshelves to see what's on. And you may have said this, and I didn't hear you. What's on the shelves? Can you see books on the shelves, or is it just sundry, or what?
They are empty.
Oh,
And
Except
you know,
for
as
Muda.
you, I mean, and of course, Muda, you see a Muda on there. You know, as you, of course, Muda climbs, so you would have seen this too. And as you kind of look at them, you know, more closely, you don't even see like maybe you've been in places or heard stories of where you go into ancient libraries and the books have just fallen apart with age, so it's just dust. You don't even see signs of that. It looks like if there were books in here, they were either taken or if they did disintegrate over time, somebody's cleaned up after because it's not very dusty in here.
Yeah.
You know, all things considered.
These snake men are quite clean.
Oh, honestly, don't think it's Snake Man this time. If that's me saying that.
Well, you keep saying that, but you know, maybe they're giant snake men.
yes.
Well, Pinista, you did mention that you don't feel too good about this place. I suggest perhaps you could fly up, considering that that would be safer for you. I mean, it's got quite a high ceiling here, don't you think?
Yes, but if I fly, I can't always. Certain things I can't do when I fly.
True.
But I have the carpet just in case.
You could perhaps hover just off the ground in case you need to take refuge up there. I don't feel too good about this place either. It seems like something large has wrecked the place.
Yes, I agree. It seems like something large has wrecked the place, and it also seems like something large lived here. Whether or not it's the same entity. And I never have a good feeling about any place we go into, so
Well, I think they're
You
all
know.
gone, except for the centipedes and the plants,
and the plant.
and possibly those spiders down there.
Do you recognize that smell? The smell of wet fur?
Just wet fur. I mean,
Yeah. Smells like a dog in the rain.
yeah, we got those vermis running around, or Hermes, or whatever we call those.
Right. That's what I was thinking too.
He sniffs the air. I mean, does it smell like the sea? Like, wetness? Kind of like the krill,
No, it's more
or
like an animal got wet in a heavy rain. Like because you've been around the horses and stuff, you know.
looks around the room to look for a source of water.
Okay. Yeah, I mean you spend some time looking around. It seems dry in here. You don't see any wet areas, and the spell is lingering. I mean, it's not like it's so intense you can't. No, but it's different because the air in this place. It's one of those things like you really didn't notice until you realized that it was like that. But the air in here is very, very kind of crisp and clean, or has been, except obviously in the swampy room. But all the other rooms have been very kind of like crisp and clean and don't really no smell at all. Kind of like when you're out in the winter, like there's nothing living.
So maybe something came through here recently.
If there is something broken, could we go there to inspect it?
In this room, there's nothing broken. There's just the spider webs really in the shelves, and then of course the door, which will open up if you go near it.
I think we should just go through the door.
Okay. How thick are the spider webs? Are they like giant size or just regular spider webs?
Have you seen a lot of giant
Oh, now
spiders?
you're cautious.
You go ahead and you could make a D6. I'll give you a 50 chance if you can tell the difference.
Okay. D6. I'm just gonna roll it. I got 6.
Yeah, I mean, how would you not know? Actually, I don't even know why I'm making a roll. Yeah, of course, yeah, no, they're definitely giant spider webs. They're way bigger than any spider that you could ever imagine would make, just because of the amount of area they cover. But you don't see any giant spider in there. In fact, as you're exploring, which is the reason why I hit your roll, not to see if you actually know, I was just going to you see actually that the an area of the webs seem to be broken up. You know, like you see all the perfect webs, and you see an area where it's like collapsed, and it's like almost like a hollow on the other side of it, but there's nothing inside of it.
Muda's gonna hop down.
Okay.
Basil's gonna knock arrows. Ready, shooter.
You didn't see any hidden panels or anything on your climb up, did you, Muda? Nothing in the bookshelves?
No. Of course, I
Okay.
wasn't
Yeah.
looking. Should I go look?
I'll cover you.
I forgot to look. Let me go look again.
Okay. Yeah. So you're looking to what? See if there's any kind of like hidden panel in the shelving itself.
No, I'm just gonna walk back up there again.
Okay. Yeah, you get up there. You see what's going on. You can see that Basil
Nothing.
pointing his bow into an empty spider's nest.
Right. I'll check the ceiling.
Okay. You
Is
look
there
up.
anything there? No.
Nope.
I
ceiling's
check the
flat.
shelves.
Yeah, they're metal and they're flat. And there's
Okay.
nothing on them from what you can
I
tell.
laid down a minute. I carefully studied the rivets of the ceiling.
Okay.
I sigh. I look over the edge. No, I don't see anything.
Basil leans to Pinista and says, "You know that Muda? He's very talented."
That
What
is
about
one word for him, yes.
what about Callista? What's she up to?
Callista is interested in this spider's web because where there are spider webs, there are spider eggs, and spider eggs are very renowned for many wonderful properties.
It's true.
Yeah, so any magician would be proud to get their hands on a sack of spider eggs.
Okay. Roll me a d6.
Uh, you're welcome, everyone.
Did you get a 1?
Yes, I did.
That's good, actually. You find actually what you believe is a sack that would have been full of spider eggs. So you get maybe a moment of excitement. But when you go up and look at it, you can see that it has been cut open, roughly though, not by a very sharp knife. But it's definitely been cut open, and all the eggs have been taken.
Oh, that's odd. Well, I was gonna collect me some spider eggs, but it seems like someone's beat me to the punch.
That is. Yeah, Muda will look over the edge of the shelf that he's laying on, and he says, I kind of have that feeling about this whole place that someone's kind of beaten us to the punch. I mean, it's been pretty much empty of everything.
Well, I mean, we recovered those stones, right?
Yeah, from something that nearly killed us.
But we recovered the stones.
Yeah, but look, everything else has been mangled. All the easy stuff is gone.
Well, I mean, like, we didn't take up lives of adventuring because it was easy.
No, but if I were to say, oh, look, this is a pristine place that no one has been through before, and we're just gobbling up stuff. No, it looks like someone's come through here, cleaned up the stuff, and when there was danger, they just ignored it.
Well, they
Alright,
were
then.
probably the smart ones then.
It seems like what you're suggesting is that we move on from this room. Is that right, Muda?
Well, that's what I mean. I'm thinking that perhaps we could not be alone here.
Yeah, that's the assumption. we still haven't found the kidnapped warriors, and we still haven't found whoever's responsible. I'd say lead the way, Muda. I'll cover you.
Okay. I'll bop down the shelves.
Okay. Okay. Well, on the opposite wall, basically, you came in from the east, I think. Yeah, but the opposite wall that you came in from, there is another door.
I'll walk up to the door.
It slides open automatically.
I duck.
You're gonna get lazy after a while.
I know.
Slides open, and you're looking down a corridor about 60 foot long. It ascends. So you descended down about 100 or so foot path to get here. And then on the opposite side, there's another one, but it ascends again, but it only ascends a short way. It only ascends about 60 foot to a door.
And is this hallway clean? Sort
It looks like most of the other ones. Yeah, it's basically, I mean, you see some cracks and stuff in the walls of the hallways, which again are stone, and like they're not metal like the rooms, but it looks mostly like the rest of them. There's nothing in here that's out of place.
I'll casually start walking up.
Okay. I'm assuming everybody is.
Is Muda very beaten up right now?
Yes.
His hit point. Basil's gonna step up there and says, "Muda, it seems like you're bleeding quite a bit. You're bruised all over."
I said, "Really?"
Yeah.
I hadn't noticed.
Let me take the point. Unless Bale wants to help us out here. I'm pretty beaten up after that last battle too.
Yes. It would only make sense, to be honest. It's the least I could do. You gentlemen have already been have obviously been battered around. I heard it. That's why I came. I should have been here in the first place. I apologize for that. But yes, I will go first. And he unshoulders his big hammer.
Okay. Yeah, you like lift the hammer up, and the stone is like coming around at the same time. It whoa, goes out of the way. It goes around the hammer and gets back in a row around your head again.
Well, he pretty much carries it just like the picture there. He just kind of holds it across like this, like
you go like this. All right, yes, you start to walk forward again. It's steep, but since nothing's chasing you, we're not rolling or anything. When you get about 5 foot away from this door, it slides open, and you are looking into a room. This one is rectangular shaped.
Well,
60 foot by 60 foot.
Isn't that a square?
Yeah, well, a square is a rectangle.
I mean,
60 foot by 60 foot chamber with an arching 30 foot ceiling, or arcing 30 foot ceiling, is lined with doorless metal lockers. So you're coming in from what is essentially the east side. By the way, this uses like a point crawl map, which is why sometimes I'm like east, west. Anyways, you're coming in from the east side. You're essentially looking into this square room, and on the right side of you and the left side of you against the walls are basically what are effectively metal lockers. They are, probably like maybe 3 foot deep ish by about 5 foot wide. They don't have any doors. And most notably about them is in all but one, I guess. There are these Hermes standing there. They're just staring straight ahead. They look to have, just on first glance, they look like they have spears in their hands. And you can see that they have those things on their heads and intermittently glowing gems: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, red, orange, yellow, green, blue. And they're just staring straight ahead as you're looking into the room.
Oh, these are those creatures we fought.
That's correct.
Yep.
Okay.
In addition to that, on the other side of the room is another door.
A square room, or as some scholars call them, rectangles.
You're gonna die. um. Yeah. So, Bale, as he pokes his head through, I didn't recognize the name of the creatures when you called them out. So
Yeah,
that's why.
they are basically the Beastmen.
Yeah.
Called Hermes or Hermes.
I
You
turned
you were
back
here
and
for that session, right?
yeah,
They're
yeah.
basically okay.
I just
Sorry.
didn't remember the name.
Right.
When you said Hermes, I was like, what? Um, I look back over my shoulder and I say the Hermes Beastmen with the headbands are in this room, staring into the center like they're keeping guard.
Well, don't touch them. Last time we touched them, they woke up.
Yeah, well, I won't touch them if they don't touch me. And then
Do they see us?
doesn't appear to. And I look through there real quick and I try. How many did you say there were that I can see?
There appear to be 9 of them. There's
I
10 of the
turn around.
lockers total, and 9 that have these creatures in it. The other one, the one on the north wall is empty.
I turn back to the group and I say, there's 9.
Toss something into the room and see if they react to it.
Muda just walks in.
Basil
Okay.
Or
has
that.
got arrows knocked.
Okay. Yeah, you step in the room, and as soon as you do, their heads like they lock and they look at you, and we can tell that initiative is about to happen. So it's going to happen eventually. You might as well just do it, I guess, right?
Yes.
With that,
Who
with
makes
that-
plans these days? Come on.
Yes, I'm not taking point anymore.
Basil does have ready shooter, so you can go ahead and target.
Muda hates
Well,
indecision.
yeah,
I'm getting that.
Go ahead, Young, and loose your arrows.
yeah, and he's like, "Damn it, we didn't even plan for this thing," and he just lets it fly. Hold on a second. There we
Well,
go.
you don't know how they're going to react until you know, right?
Yep. So that's the first one.
I miss Breakhild.
Yeah.
She just would've
Ready
punched
shooter, you
one
just
of
get
our
one
beetle.
shot. That definitely hits though. Holy crap! That's a yeah.
Whoa, nice. Yeah. So the closest one that he finds, he shoots.
Okay.
And that's
Go ahead and roll a d6 for your crit. Because
Okay,
that damage right there
D6.
doesn't kill them, but the crit probably will.
5.
5, and you are a fighter type, so that is triple damage. And you rolled a
Ooh.
14. Well, I don't with the die. It doesn't matter. It's enough. But I'm sure. But let me just. What was the actual die roll? The die was a 6. Hold on. Why
Yeah.
is it 4 plus 6? What's the 4?
It's
Plus 2 plus 2.
2d6. Yeah.
Oh, it's 2d6. Okay. All right. So the die roll is 4. The die roll is 10. So it's 20 plus. So it's 24 instead of 14. 24 is enough to kill that one. That's for sure. Yeah. As soon as they start to wiggle, you let loose with your arrow. So I rolled randomly since you don't really, you just target whatever one. So you targeted that one, and that
So,
wasn't kill any of them. So that kills.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now we go into initiative. So yeah, let me get my little thing up here. So Pinista, what would you like to do? There are currently 8 of these things. One's falling over now with the arrow through its heart.
Missile.
Okay, how about Mood?
Missile.
Okay, Basil.
Missile.
Okay,
Missile.
Beal. You could use that.
I will be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Going melee.
Okay, and how about Callista?
Sorry, Rush. Fireball.
Oh man.
You gotta throw a spell.
Fireball. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
That's okay. Well, it's not okay because Rush is gonna get killed. All right. So you see that that Bell's gonna run in, but let's roll initiative first.
Well, doesn't magic go before melee?
Nope, not in this one.
Oh shit.
They got a 6.
Uh-oh.
Oh, who's rolling? Pinesta. Nikki, roll initiative.
Okay. Gonna put it on me to kill the party. Yeah, because I just rolled a 1.
Yeah, you're the one who got us into this.
It's like,
All right.
the
Well,
fuck?
Oh, I'm gonna kill
so
them all.
they 7 of them step out with spears and charge you. You're all within charging range, so they're gonna all come. They're gonna all melee you all as they charge into your group en masse. But one steps out, standing back, and he lifts a crossbow. And on this crossbow is a little tube of metal, and you see that there's a little tiny red light that shines. And let's see. Let me see who he's gonna target. Well, I'll wait. It's gonna shine on one of your foreheads and shoot you. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right,
God.
so I think there are 7 of them. So everybody will get meleeed once as they charge in, and then unlucky people will get meleeed more than once. All right, so it's going to go like this down the line. Let me get their stats so I don't have to keep looking back at them. Exciting, exciting, exciting. Huh, where's their stats? Beastmen. All right, they're 3 plus 2 hit dice. All right, and they're using spears. All right, so against Pinista. Well, that hits AC of 5.
That'll hit me.
Does, okay. Yeah, he's got a spear, which does. Anybody use a spear? This is why we need Breakfield back. Oh, actually, hold on a second. Does anybody have a really long weapon? What weapon class is your weapon, Rush? Other one melee. They have short spears, which are weapon class 3.
It's a 4.
Okay, it has to be 2 longer for you to automatically get initiative, so they still need to go first. All right, they're using them 2-handed, so that's a D8. All right, so 6 points against Pinista as he runs in with the spear. Next guy's going to have to. Oh, and also you're going to do a spell, right? So you got to roll a concentration. So
Yeah.
3d6.
And my AC is -2 because I'm in melee with a spell.
Right, Pinista too.
Oh, sorry.
I'm on Pinista, not now. Not Colesta.
Sorry.
Yeah. So it'll
I
be
was
the
doing
damage.
missile.
Oh, that's right. Oh, it was only
I said
Colesta was doing
missile.
a spell. Okay. All right,
Yep.
sorry. I thought you were doing a spell. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Muda.
Yes.
Ooh, that's gonna hit you, I'm sure. 18 on the die. That's armor class -1.
Yeah, that kind of hits.
Okay. Oof. 4 points. Fail. Ooh, they're rolling really good, guys. 0 armor class. Does that hit you?
Yeah.
Okay. 4 points. Basil. I know you have good armor class. 0.
Yeah, that hits 0. He's
Oh, you
exactly
guys
at
are
0.
really- I have to retire this die. All right, 2 points. And finally, Callista. That's going to hit you. That's a 16. You have to look it up. All right, so you're going to hit as well for 3 points.
Okay. And what do I roll for the concentration? I can't remember.
3d6 plus the damage, so 3d6 plus 3. And you have to get under your stat, your casting stat, which I guess is for
Intelligence, and I took 3 damage, so that's 14 total. So I actually did make it.
Okay, you're good to go. Of course, they're all on top of you now. Well, except for the one guy.
Yeah.
So we'll deal with that when the time comes. So there's still one more of them that's going to do a melee. So I'm just going to roll. I felt like I was playing DCC for a second. I was like, who has the lowest luck? Oh, nope, it's going out to Basil. With a 7 on the die, that's not going to hit you because your armor class is 0, right?
Yep.
All right, that guy misses, but the guy with the laser crossbow is targeting. Oh, fail. Oh no, Rush. So this little beam of red light aims probably on your chest. He's aiming center mass. This isn't an action movie. And a laser shoots from the thing, just like Chewbacca.
Nice. Getting hit with a
Apparently, though,
bolt.
he's a terrible shot with a 2. So it sings off the wall and bounces around just like a stormtrooper. And that's them. Okay, so currently these guys have just all but the guy with the crossbow have all piled on top of you. And I guess there was a chance he might have targeted one of his own guys there, but since he missed so badly, it didn't matter. And so I know people might be changing what they're doing, I'm assuming, because you're not going to be able to do some of the stuff you wanted to do. But we know that Bale was doing melee, so go ahead and you go first, Bale.
Alrighty. So, which I'm actually going to swing at the one that is on Muda if I can, because my understanding is he's hurt pretty bad.
I mean, there's ones on top of 2 on you currently.
Oh, is
Right.
there? Okay.
So, I mean, for you can try to charge past them and do that, but I'm going to say you'll take a -2 to your attack if you do that.
Oh, all right, never mind.
It's up to you. Then.
So I raise my hammer and I shout, why the hell did you ask me to take point if you're just gonna run in the room? And then I swing. Hits AC 2.
That hits.
I'm 3-2, so it's 1 attack and then 2 attacks, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so that hits. And then is there a button to roll for damage? I don't think
Should have
there
already
is.
done it.
Oh yeah. That's right. Damage is 12.
Oh, nice. All right, yeah, you whack this guy really hard. He staggers. He's barely standing. It looks like you probably smashed his shoulder blade in, and he holds the spear now with just one hand.
Nice.
Okay. And okay, so what's everybody else doing now? Because you killed you can. Those who were shooting missile fire cannot shoot missiles unless they move first. So, if you're going to put your spell off, Callista, you can still do that this round before they get to do anything else because they'll have to change their action. Or if you want to change your action, Crystal, then you can do that as well. What's your plan?
Okay.
We're in phase 1 currently.
Okay. How far away is the guy with the laser bolt gun?
Do you think he's probably about 50 feet away from you?
Cool. I'm gonna target that guy.
All right, you're going to throw a fireball into the 60-foot square room. Did you do the math?
Sorry, I'm trying to find it again
The
now.
square
You guys see how good
rectangle
I'm-
isn't so
you guys see how
funny
good
now,
she
is
is?
it?
Yeah, the rectangle. Okay.
It's the
I mean, if I don't use it now, I'm gonna lose it anyway. So.
Yeah, you just don't want to fry Muda. That's the thing.
I mean,
Hey.
yeah, Moody did step in the room slightly. All right, so
okay, yeah, I'm sorry. It's a 40 by 40 by 40 foot sphere.
okay, but right by 40 foot, right? It fills the area. It always fills the area. Fireballs. All right. So let's see. Let me get my calculator out. We want to kill anybody unjustly. Okay, so that's 40 by 40 by 40.
Well, it says 40-foot diameter spear. Sorry.
Yeah, right, which is before.
Yeah.
About 64,000, and the room is 108,000. So it does not kill Muda. Sadly, I mean, yay, good.
Oh, thank God.
All right, do some damage.
Yes.
Okay, so that will be 66. Since I am
Some
a
good fireball action
caster
going on.
6. This is not as satisfying as actually rolling dice, but.
Oh, that's interesting. That's not enough to kill him. Probably would have been enough to kill Muda though. And actually, he gets a saving throw, right? It's avoidance saving throw for half damage, right?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
No, he failed it. Also, I guess, I mean, since you targeted him directly, let's see if you destroy the laser crossbow. Let's see, we're going to call that, we'll call it Wood Thek. Just because it's a magic item. And I'll give it a bonus +3 on its save. Do you want to roll? Go ahead and roll d20, Crystal, see if you kill this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, let's give it a plus, actually, give it a +3.
13.
13. Fire magical would be 6. No. 9. So the save for that is 9 plus 2. Yeah, okay, saved. So he doesn't die, nor does the crossbow get destroyed. That's good. I mean, it's good that the crossbow gets destroyed. Or maybe it's not if he shoots you with it, I suppose. One would think that you want to have laser crossbow. I mean, you just want a laser crossbow.
True.
Awesome. Okay, so everybody else that couldn't do their missile, you guys could do something else in the second phase. What does Pinista want to do?
Swing her sword at the one that hit her.
All right, so you can try sword and swing it.
Yep.
Yeah, since you have to do that in the second phase, you basically drop your bow, or you're going to use boomerang, I guess. So you don't drop anything. So yeah, go ahead and
Okay.
swing your sword.
Alrighty. So that would be a armor class 3.
That hits.
Okay. And that would be a D. 9 points of damage.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, you chop into this guy, and he staggers back, bleeding heavily. Not quite dead, but very, very close to it.
Okay.
How about Muda?
Can I snap a prayer off?
You cannot choose to pray now because you're already in the.
Okay.
the
I
mixture, yeah.
will spit a bunch of blood on the ground and retreat as I grab my prayer wheel.
All right, we're gonna run. Okay, that's fair.
Oh,
I guess you're
not run, hobble.
right. You're gonna try to get out of the melee. Okay, fair enough. All right, that's fine. I'm gonna say it's such a messy melee that they're not gonna. And plus, they're not. I mean, if it's not clear already, they're basically mind control. So I'm not having them take extra attacks whenever you try to run at this point because they're just swinging around wildly. Basil, what do you do?
I will take half a movement, 10 foot, and do a marching fire with penalty of 2 against the laser arrow.
Okay, but you're going backwards or forward?
Forward.
Okay.
Okay, and here we go. AC 8, that's probably a miss.
Yeah, it does good. Okay, that's it, right? Because you only have one phase. Okay. That's the end of that round. Okay, so currently you've got 3 that are very injured. One of which is on. What?
I'm sorry. During the second phase, could I have moved back 20 feet? Half my movement.
You can move back if you want, but you're going to need to make a test of dexterity to not slide down the tube.
Oh,
If you have to
okay,
move in the
never
tube
mind.
during a stressful situation, that's
Yeah,
why I
no,
asked
never
if you're
mind
moving
then.
forward or backwards. Yeah, I mean, you can do it.
Yeah.
Just or also slide down. Okay, because you're all kind of right at the edge of the tube. That's why I asked John if he was moving forward or backwards. Okay, so currently we've got still 8 of these things up, but 3 are very, very grievously injured. What would you like to do, Pinista?
I will attack. I will try to kill the one that's on me.
Okay.
Melee.
Muda, you backed up, right? And now you're going.
Yeah, I
the-
dropped my knees and start spinning my prayer wheel.
Okay. Vale?
I'm gonna stick with melee, but if I'm gonna split my attacks this round, do I have to announce that now?
If you want to split your attacks, you'll have to take them into first one will happen in the first phase, and the second one will happen in the second phase.
Oh, so okay.
So no, you
even-
can make the first attack, and then you can decide to do the second one in the second phase. But you'll just have to wait till the second phase to do it. Either way.
Mm,
Well, although there's two people on you, so if you want to hit the two that are on you, then you could do it in the same phase. But if you want to like hit one of them and move, then you'd have to do that.
no, I don't want to move. It's just that I don't want to waste 2 attacks trying to kill the one guy who's like
Oh
almost.
no, yeah, you could do that. You could do that in the first phase. That's fine. 'Cause
Yeah,
they're right
that's
next
what I
each
want
other.
to
They're
do.
on top of you.
Okay.
Yeah, typically you'd need to do it second phase, but because they're literally right on top of you, that's not a problem.
Cool.
Basil.
Marching fire towards the laser crossbow
Okay.
wielding.
Oh, get a missile weapon standoff. Okay. And Ballesta? Gonna throw another fireball in there?
Callista, she's gonna use her quarterstaff. I think I
Nice.
have to get it out first. So.
I mean, I'm sure you probably have it leaning on your shoulder while you're casting the spell. Because where would you be storing it? I don't think you don't have to waste this turn doing that. Which also makes your armor class better, right?
By 1, yes.
Okay. Nikki, roll initiative.
Okay,
This time they got a 3.
6 this time for us.
Ah, all right. So let's see. Melee fighters are going to go first. So that's Pinista's going to melee.
Okay, swing my sword at this guy. Ooh, that. I'm sure that hits because a higher number hit last time. Well, I would say it's a armor class negative. No, armor class 1.
That is.
Okay, my sword. Ooh, 11 points of damage that time.
That kills him.
Okay.
You slice him down, and he staggers back and falls to the ground. The poor, innocent beastman.
Uh-huh.
Well, you got 2 innocent beastmen on you, trying to eat you.
All right. Let's see if we can do some damage. So 2 attacks. First one on the one whose shoulder I crushed in.
Okay.
So we are going to swing at him. Oh, what's his
That does
AC?
not hit.
God
4.
dang it.
Yeah, AC 4.
All right. So, well, I already called it. So,
No, it's fine. You can target him again. As long as they're in the same area, you can target.
all right. I'll target him again.
Oh, jeez. That's a crit, actually.
It is. It's a crit with minimum damage.
It's such a waste. Yeah, I know. Oh well, sorry.
Well, it's still 11 damage.
No,
It's
it
just-
kill, I mean, yeah, it kills him, but that actually that crit might have killed the other guy if you had. Yeah, that's all right. Killed him.
God dang.
I mean, you don't know what you're going to roll on the dice. You can never tell. I mean, go ahead. I'm
Nope.
just curious. Roll d6 to see what you would have done.
Oh, a D6?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it
Double
4?
damage, right?
4 is double damage, I believe. Yep.
So I would have done 22 damage.
No, well, you double your dice, so yeah, you would have done more than enough to have killed the other guy.
Oh, you doubled
Okay.
that? Oh, okay.
You double the die, then you add your strength. Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. It doesn't do that math correctly,
Okay.
which I guess because crits are an optional rule, so it doesn't have it in the character sheet. Anyways, that was very good though. So yeah, that guy said 1 dead guy is better than no dead guys.
I agree.
Also, melee is also Callista, right? You've got your quarterstaff out. You want to whack one?
Yeah, I'll attempt it. Why not? Quarterstaff attack.
That does not hit, unfortunately.
Yeah, didn't think so.
Yeah, you never know. At least it gives you good armor class. And then we drop into missile fire, which would be Basil.
Yep, he's advancing to the location within that range, and he's doing the double shot for the first one,
Okay.
and the second one.
Ugh.
Both of them
No,
miss.
neither one hits. Okay. Unfortunately, those both miss, which sucks because that was really good damage on that first one. And finally, we got a spell that goes off. Muda.
I just mumbled to Morel. Come on, Morel.
Oh.
Oh, there we go.
What is that? Oh, is that? Oh, cure moderates. Okay, so
Yes.
you did you do it? You just did it once. Sorry, so 10.
Just did it once.
Yeah,
I hit the
use
button
first.
twice. I'll take the 10.
Yeah, exactly. Nice. Yeah, Rel's feeling good. Wants to help you out a little bit here, since you guys are in a bit of a,
Exactly.
he likes the boldness of just walking into the room, apparently. All right, but
I spring to my feet.
however, there are still some of them standing here. So the one that's on Pinista dropped. So there is a spare one that's going to move. Actually, no, it's not, because those two are engaged. So right now, you're actually in the clear, Pinista, for right now, because they seem to be engaged. So going after Baal, both of them, 11 and 14. That is an armor class of 6
9.
and 3.
The one for 3 hits.
Okay, so you got whacked once. That was the guy with. Oh no, you killed that guy. So you didn't get it at all. Let me cross that guy out. All right, so just the one guy attacked and he missed. Nice.
Yep.
Against Muda, that one guy that he followed you, of course, because you only did a partial retreat. He's going to try to stab you. That's probably going to hit you though. That is armor class 4.
Sorry, that'll hit.
Okay, only 2 points though. So at least you still got 8 back. Not bad.
Yes.
And then against Basil.
Real gives, real takes.
Exactly.
Giveth he thinketh away.
16. That might actually miss you. Oh, you don't have your shield on now, though, right, Bess?
Yep, his AC is 0.
Not against this guy. It's not, because he's charging up from the back of you. Well, I mean, he
Okay.
gets a bonus, I should say. I'll just add the bonus to his dice. So he rolled an 18. So AC is 0. 17 hits AC 0. So he just hit you because he's getting you from the back.
Okay.
So what is it with the shield? It's -1.
Yeah, shield with the shield, it's -1.
Nice. That's really good. All right, this guy gets you from the back. Though. For only 1 point, though.
Okay.
Those who attack from the back,
All the
Unless they're
damage
thieves.
that Basil has taken so far, it's less than 2, which is under his DR.
Right, you have the DR, so just whacking off your armor. And finally, unfortunately, against Crystal's not here, so I won't attack her when she's not there. So I'm going to go back to that when she appears. But the
I'm
guy
here.
with the laser crossbows. Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
12, which is going to hit an AC of 5.
That will hit me. My AC is currently 7, I believe.
Okay. 4. Ooh, that's 6 points of damage. That's bad.
Yeah, that is pretty bad. I think I have 1 HP left.
Okay. And then laser crossbow levels at Basil's chest. Oh God, he's terrible with this thing. That's not gonna hit you. And that's the end of that round. That wasn't too bad. They rolled terrible that time. The first round when they came charging in, they were rolling like crazy. All right, so we currently we've taken out 2 of these guys. The one with the laser crossbow is still pretty hurt. There's nobody on Pinista right now, but there is one other guy in the room that is just kind of getting over there, so he may charge at you next. But currently, there's basically like one person on each. Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, that guy's on young character. Okay. All right. So, Pinista, you have nobody on you. What would you like to do this next round?
Melee the one on Callista.
Okay.
Can you get there? Yep.
Yeah, you can. Muda.
How close am I to Callista?
You're pretty close. You couldn't have gone too far back, or she would have had to go down the tube. So you're
Right.
You're like within
Pretty-
like 20 feet ish at the most. Yep, probably
Okay,
closer.
well, since I still have my prayer wheel in my hand, I
Okay.
guess I will offer a prayer.
Nice. How about Bell?
Yeah, we're going after the other guy now.
Okay. And Basil?
There's a beastman on me right now, so I have
There's
to
one that
move
just
and
charged up behind you, and then there's a laser crossbow guy, like maybe 20 feet in front of you.
Okay. He's going to continue to march and fire then, to disengage from this guy and fire.
Okay, yeah, you can move for another 10 feet or whatever to get away from this guy. And then you're going to be almost too close to shoot. You can shoot within 6 feet, I guess, right? Short range. With the point blank range, I should say. Okay, how about Callista?
Callista's going to do what she should have done last time, and she's going to dodge. She forgoes any attack that she has in order to get a +2 bonus to her AC.
Nice. Fair enough. Okay, Nikki. And they're basically all doing the same thing. They're just meleeing, except for the guy with the laser crossbow.
Okay.
5 for their initiative.
Oh, 3.
All right.
Yeah.
Go first. All right. Guy that is trying to whack. Actually, I'll do it this way. This one I lost. There is one spare guy who somehow didn't do anything last round, so he's actually going to charge at Pinista. Ooh. 19. That's going to hit you. Look. Yeah. This guy comes charging out. He's a little shrimp, but he comes charging. He did 1 point of damage. He was a shrimp.
Okay.
Yeah, he charges up and he hits you with his spear.
Okay.
Guy on Muda rolls a 2, so he misses. I don't know how he's missing when you're standing there praying, but maybe Rel is with you. Guy on Bal. Oof. Crits. I was like, I should have stayed up on guard duty. 4 on the die. For a monster is going to be double damage. Okay, so here we go. Against Bal. Ooh. 4, but doubled is 8. 8 points of damage, Rush.
Oh, he critted me?
Yep.
Okay.
For a crit. Although you didn't crit this guy, you crit the other guy.
Yeah.
That's all right.
And against Basil. Guy from the back misses terribly with the 5. Against Callista. 17. That hits armor class 0 because I've rolled that before. That probably hit you even with your goodness, right?
No, that misses me. My armor class is -3.
Okay. So it does double damage then. 4 points actually. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I'm down to -3.
You drop. Luckily you've got a cleric nearby. And finally, laser crossbow. Now this guy has realized that he can shoot multiple times with this thing. And so he holds down the T-flame. You see him go like this. He holds it up, like in every movie. And he, why he's doing that, nobody knows. And then he flips the switch from standard to auto. And he's going to shoot you at 3 times.
What is this, Coriolis?
Yep. Well, he rolled a 3. That misses. 17 is probably going to hit you. 17 hits armor class. No, 0. Well, no, you don't have your shield up though, right? So it does hit you. Yeah, all right, so you get hit once with the laser crossbow. You do not want to be hit with this thing. So,
Oh man.
16, which misses because a 17 just barely hits you. It does a d6 plus 6 damage.
Ow.
8 points.
8 points.
And yes, your armor will still absorb whatever point, whatever,
Okay.
2 points, whatever it is. Yeah, so you get shot in the chest with a laser crossbow.
Yeah.
It's pretty epic, but also sucks. All right. Malay. Pinista. A guy's charged you. A shrimp guy.
A shrimp guy. Well, I guess I'll take care of him. Shrimp guy.
He's
Hit
got a
me.
krill kind of hanging off his.
That's another 14, so that hits armor class 1.
It hits.
Okay. Swing my sword. Wow, another 10. 11 points damage on a shrimp
Not
guy.
cool. Shrimp is dead. All right, nice. Well done. Bale. You got kind of a hefty guy in front of you.
Yep. So we're going after the other dude now. So now we're back around to where I just get 1 attack, I think.
That's correct.
All right.
Hmm.
Oops. I clicked the
No.
wrong button. Sorry.
I was gonna say that's 10 is not. Actually, 10 might hit him for you. Holy guacamole!
Wow. Nice.
Stop.
Well, okay.
Hammer
Wow.
time.
Go ahead and go ahead and describe how you one-shot this guy when you hit -9 armor class.
So seeing all this stuff going on and the laser comes in threes now, he's starting to get a little nervous. He was supposed to be taking point into the room, and then impetuous his impetuous companions just kind of waltzed in, and so now they've been shot up. He sees Callista go down, and he starts to get kind of pissed. So after he hit the last guy and knocks him down, he just turns and he just does a big sweeping arc around and just brings this thing down, almost like, when you're playing the carnival game, and he just crushes this guy in right straight down on the top of his head, and his
Right.
skull just blows apart, and he just drops the guy right to the floor. And you
Nice.
hear him mutter something in an ancient Khromarium Celt language as he does.
Epic.
Yeah. The body stands for a second with no head, and then falls backwards. And then, seemingly a couple seconds later, you hear ding as the little crown jingles on the ground. All right, so missile fire. Basil, this guy just blasted your chest.
All right. Yeah, he's gonna aim for that bastard, and here goes the double shot. And he's actually down to his last 4 arrows in the current quiver.
That's right. Yes,
So-
17 quivers.
No, he's got 3. So here we go.
Oh,
That misses. Well, hold on. The first one hits. What's the first one? Is
Yeah.
a single shot. The double shot.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
does 12 points of damage with that one.
Yep, that kills him. Laser crossbow guy drops.
oh, nice. I was getting ready to charge him too. Son of a bitch.
So Muda with the spell.
Okay. I spin the old prayer wheel over Nesta.
Oh, no.
Oh,
2 points.
sorry. 2 points.
Okay, you're at 2
Uh,
points. I think we decided that it starts at 0 once you get healed, right? We figured.
Yeah.
So yeah, you pop up to 2.
I shove the handle of the prayer wheel in her cleavage and say, "You may need this more than I, since I am out of spells for the day."
Okay. All right, well, that's appropriate. So you wake up, Callista, with a prayer wheel being placed upon your body, shall we say? And yeah, their ranks are falling. There's 1, 2, only 3 remaining. One of which was attacking Muda, that is now in, and one of which that was going after Callista. Oh, isn't that the one that you killed? Oh no, you decided to attack the one that ran at you, Pinista, which of course
Yep.
makes sense before you get to that one. So there's one on Callista, that just dropped Earth. There's one was on Muda that's charging that direction. There's one that's sitting directly behind Basil, about 3/4 away into the room. And yeah, what's everybody doing? Pinista.
Now I'll melee the one on Callista.
All right, so you charge forward and do that. Muda, what's your plan?
Melee.
Okay. Basil.
I drop the bow and pull out my 2 swords and attack the one behind me.
Okay. It's fine. That's probably gonna have to happen second phase with all that stuff happening, but that's fine. And Bale.
Bale is going to utilize the time-tested tactic of concentrating fire, and he's going to spin and rush with Pinesta over to defend the fallen sorceress. That,
All right.
for
Awesome.
lack of, as far as he knows, she's a sorceress. He doesn't understand finger wiggling too much.
All right. And Callista, what's your plan? You wake up with Demuda over you and Malay still engaging.
She's gonna grab her quarterstaff, and she is gonna dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge.
Okay.
Oh, high heat, dodge, parry, thrust.
All right. All right. That's fine. Good. Initiative, Crystal. Nikki. 2 for
Okay.
them.
Also a 2.
Oh, what's your dex?
18.
Oh, well, let me check theirs. No, you guys go first. Okay, Pinista. You charge forward.
Yes. All right. I will roll. Ooh, that might not hit anything. It's armor class 6.
That does not hit.
Yep.
unfortunately.
Trip over myself
whiff.
as I run forward.
Okay. Muda.
Oh, the power AC 14.
And it was a critical miss.
And that was a critical
You rolled a
miss.
1 on the d20 and a 1 on your damage. Go ahead and roll a d12. First crit miss of the day.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see if you kill Callista.
A 3.
No, I don't think you did. You are a cleric type bad miss. Well, nobody can really fault you for that, but they do. But they will anyways. Fail. It's actually your round to have 2 attacks, but you're charging forward to attack the one that Pinista did but missed. So go for it. Fail.
Talking to me?
Yep, fail. Rush.
Fail.
Sorry about
Oh,
that.
Bale.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you guys have all got names that are too close together now. We're either gonna have to drink someone else or kill off species here.
So, Pinesta, did you hit him?
Oh
No,
no,
she
I
did not.
tripped.
All right, so I get 2 attacks this round, right?
That is correct.
Sweet. All right, here we go. Boom.
Well,
That's
that hits
another-
and kills him.
Wow.
It's another crit.
Yeesh.
I mean, you can roll it just to see if you want, but that kills him. You gotta roll a d6. Oh, triple damage. Well, that would have been good.
Good lord.
Yeah, see, you crushed. I mean, standing right next to him is the one that's on Muda, so you can attack that one too. You don't have to. That doesn't have to be the second
Oh,
phase.
yeah,
They're
let's
right
do
next to
it.
each other. And you got to
Boom.
Oh, kills him as well. There we go.
Fucking wrecking machine.
He's come charging up. Just.
All right, so
Go ahead, explain that's what happened here. We must know.
yeah, he comes flying in and sees Pinesta miss, and he's running up there, and he's actually got the hammerhead choked up, and he just kind of launches his whole body. He's just like like that, and just catches the guy right in the temple. It doesn't blow his head off like the last one, but there's definitely a sickening crunch. And then while he's choked up on the hammerhead, he just immediately spins to the one that's over near Muda, and he just brings the whole thing around and just smashes him right in the face and crushes his nose back into his brain. And this one just pitches over backwards. And by now
Nice.
there's just, from exploding heads, there's just blood spraying everywhere. And it appears that Bale, while speaking in this normally very, kind of, he seems to really be getting into his element at this point.
Takes him a couple rounds and he gets loose.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. So, because you're drawing your weapons, Basil, that one guy that's on you is going to get to go before you do. So
Okay.
he tries to swing his punny spear against your heavy armor. There's no morale for these guys because they are. Nope, he misses. So his spear tinks off your armor. And, yeah. You've got your 2 attacks.
Do I get to retaliate?
Yep, your turn.
Okay. I got a quick question for you.
Go for
Is the enlarge spell still effective, or is
Oh,
it
no, I don't think so.
has it worn off? Okay, gotcha. So I just need to adjust that damage real quick.
I mean, I don't think so, right? That was like was it 1 hour that he was enlarged for?
Callista?
Yes. 1 hour.
I'm just going to say it's worn off because, there was an exploration and everything else, yeah.
No problem. Yep. 1d8 plus 1.
It's like you've been enlarged this whole time. As soon as you pull your swords out, you shrink back down. And you're like, damn it.
All right, here we go. primary weapon, and offhand weapon.
Nope, miss.
Okay.
All right. There's one left. It's not stopping because clearly it's being controlled or not. You can tell by the way it's looking. Its eyes are glossed over, so it's not going to run away. It's going to fight. So, Pinista, what would you like to do?
Melee it.
Muda,
Melee.
Bail,
I'm gonna kill it.
Basil.
Reckless melee.
Nice. And Callista, would you like to do
As opposed to what for you?
So for reckless, I guess my armor penalty goes up by 2. So now my
Right.
effective AC is 2.
You're just still already. I'm good. Okay, but you get a 2-hit bonus.
So you weren't kidding.
Callista, what's your plan?
She's gonna continue to just dodge.
You're like standing by the door, like everyone else charges at the creature. I'll just stay here. Thanks.
Yeah,
All right, go ahead, roll initiative, Nikki.
Okay.
you all have fun with that.
They got a 1.
2.
All right. Well, since Basil's there, I'm gonna have you go first, even though I usually just go in
Yeah.
order. But you're right there, so go ahead, Jan. You can attack first.
Okay.
And then we'll go in the normal order.
Oh
Did
man,
you literally
that's
just miss
horrible.
twice again? Did you just
Yeah.
miss twice again?
Yes. Oh man, that's horrible.
He's better with the bow. Pinista.
You hear Bale go,
All
perhaps
right,
you
let's
should
try
use
again.
one at a time.
He's just playing around.
It's all right, Basil. I rolled a nat 20. We're good.
Nice.
Wow.
All right, roll a d6.
Okay. 5.
Sorry.
5, you're a thief type, so that's double damage.
Okay.
You can either
and
double the
roll one
roll or
dice,
double the dice, however you want to do it.
1 dice. Yeah, I rolled another. This D10 is on fire. 20 points of damage.
20.
I rolled a D10, so you double it.
All right,
Yeah.
well, tell us how you slay this thing after seeing Basil slicing dice and miss.
Yeah, so I see Basil kind of do that. Like, no. You just walk up and cut their heads off. So I'll just charge at it and I'll just take its head off because I like to cut heads off. So that's what she does.
Yeah, I feel like it was backing up like with the spear as he's swinging the swords wildly, and then you just kind of come up behind it and just, and then it just drops
Yep,
on the ground.
Probably
exactly.
backing up, going, "Dear God, don't let the hammer guy come near," and then his head goes off.
Awesome.
Yeah. So there's a moment where everybody's looking around and catching their breath just to make sure that they're all dead. But you can tell by the lack of heads on the vast majority of the ones that you killed, they're definitely not alive anymore. Yeah, we're out of combat. You can see that the room itself, as mentioned, is a square, also a rectangle, with 10 lockers that these creatures stepped out of. And now there's 9 of these things in here. Inspecting their bodies, you find that they're all just kind of, just like the other ones you saw. They have the I don't want to say amulet, but it's not amulet. The circlets on their head with the glowing lights. They just had basic spears, unlike the other ones that you saw that had like modern weapons. These guys have like flint spears, except for the one that had this crazy laser crossbow.
Yeah. Bale pulls out a cloth and wipes his face, and then gingerly starts to wipe the end of his hammer off while everybody else is regathering themselves.
Callista's like looking over the bodies, and at some point she just stops at one of the bodies, bends down, and begins to pry the left toenail off of one of the dead ape's pinky toe.
You?
Basil walks over to that crazy, laser crossbow. He picks it up and he looks at it and says, "Well, you better know how to use these things first." I gotcha. And then he picks it up and hands over to Pinista and says, "What do you make of this thing?" And gives it to her.
Well, I've not seen anything like this, right?
Well, let's see. Laser crossbow
I've seen
is
flamethrowers.
actually You could. I'll give you. I mean, you're a bard, and you've encountered other technology like this, so I'll give you 4 and 6.
4 and 6,
You don't
okay.
need to know much about it.
Oh yeah, rolled a 3.
Okay, well, you would know that legend has it that this design of weapon was originally brought down from Saturn, and so they say. But in ancient Atlanteans and also the Amazonians kind of figured out the technology and were able to make some themselves. This is like for the plague, the Green Death. But since then, the knowledge has been lost. But you do know that you use it just like a regular crossbow, of course, but there's no bolt there. There's basically a small box that slides into the back of it, like basically at the stock. And you can look at it, you can see how it works. And now, because you know that, you just kind of looking around, you see that you notice there's another one of these boxes laying there. It was in the same place that this creature was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will tell Basil. Well, I heard a bard sing once of technology like this from Saturn, which, bards always making stuff up, but it could be. And but Atlanteans and Amazons have been known to have made these in the past.
Amazons, you say, and then Basil takes off his helm, and you know him to be an Amazon.
Yeah, so you
Right.
may have you've definitely heard of it then, at least on some level in your tales.
Yeah.
But this is way before your time, of course.
Yeah.
So you do know, I mean, again, from the Bard's Tales and also from just being an Amazon, that they're not really magic, but they seem to be treated like magic, but they do have a limited number of shots.
If Callista looks over the bow, is there any writing on it or anything? Because she speaks Atlantean.
High or low?
Low.
There is writing on it, but it's actually in Amazonian. Which do you read? You must speak Amazonian if you're an Amazon, right? Well, you might, but I'm saying.
I don't know.
Yeah, Basil's an Amazonian, so he knows how to
Yeah.
read it.
The only writing on it at all is on this cartridge that we'll call it, that basically the clip or the magazine. There's a number. There's like a little spot where there's a number. It's essentially, you look at it at first you think it's written on there, but you notice that it's almost like a soft glow, like it's almost like the number itself is floating above the surface of it. And if you look at the other magazine, it has the same, except for the one that's in the crossbow currently has a 12 on there, and the other one has a 30.
Nice. Very cool. Yeah, he goes, it seems like there are 12 shots left over here, and that one says 30, so I'm imagining there are 30 bolts in it.
Oh. Well, who uses a crossbow among us?
Well, I use a crossbow.
Then you should use it.
Yeah, someone should take it.
Oh, well, okay.
Cool.
I'll take it.
It's as Young noted, it does 2 magazines. One has 12 shots and one is 30. Because it has the laser scope, it's +4 to hit.
Whoa.
But if you ever roll a 1, the critical miss, the laser scope burns out.
Okay.
Actually, it doesn't automatically burn. There's a chance that it burns out. Which means you'd lose that +4 to hit. The crossbow itself it can shoot up to 3 times per round. And every hit does 1d6 + 6. It's not magic, but it can hit things that can only be hit by magic. And the damage is considered fire for anything that needs to be, if that's relevant. Like if something,
Okay.
like the creature that was immune to fire.
The attack rate on it is what?
3 every one. You can do less than that, of course, but the most is 3. You shoot 3
Okay.
3 shots around. Yep. It's like the
Okay,
repeating
cool.
crossbow, basically.
And what's the range on it?
75, and there is no penalty for long range.
Oh, okay.
So it's not a very long range. I guess 75 is pretty short, actually. Yeah. But there's no penalty for range. It's just 75 as far as it goes. Yeah, kind of a short range. But then again, well, actually, that's not true. We have had times where you guys have shot at longer ranges. But generally in a dungeon, it's not a problem. Other than that, the room is fairly empty. I mean, there's bodies in here. There's these guys that are now dead. They all have those flashing headbands. And there's a door.
Nothing in the lockers they came from, or the little.
No,
Their
the
little
only thing that was
alcoves.
yeah, you actually should check in the lockers. You can actually see that it looks like there were doors on there at one point, and they're not there anymore. Like something removed the doors, so they were kind of using this place for somebody to stand. But there was nothing in there except for the one magazine.
Okay.
And in the crossbow, what the guy used that.
All right.
Yeah. Other than that, they are empty, unfortunately.
Alrighty.
There are not huge hoards of treasure so far. It's a
How
little
hurt
sad.
is everyone? Should we go on, or
Pretty.
I'm at 30 out of 42. So I've got some cuts and bruises, but I still look. Bale still looks as though he's okay.
On a scale from 1 to 19, I'm about a 2.
oof?
Yeah, Basil says, well, my armor spared the worst of all the injuries for me. I'm like Bale, pretty much.
So Callista and probably Muda are the most hurt. Okay. What do you guys want to do?
We could return to the others and have you guys rest a little bit. We've been through quite a lot of battles recently, within the last couple of hours.
Yes. But I am not one to walk away from a challenge either.
Yeah.
I'm afraid for Callista.
Yeah.
If she were to get anywhere, targeted
Oh.
by our foes.
Oh, well, don't worry about me. Muda gave me this nice little prayer wheel here, so I'm sure I'm fine now.
Yeah, that's right. She'll
mean-
be fine.
Yeah, he worships Rail. I sort of dabble with Aura every once in a while. I'm okay.
Yeah, just spin it every once in a while.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because if we press on, then it's more likely that we may encounter whatever that created all these damage around the room.
Yeah, but if we press on, I mean, we have these legendary magical stones that we got from that creature in the plant room, and then this ape had this Amazonian crossbow. Like, I mean, even if we're not getting things that are necessarily monetarily rewardable now, these are still some excellent items that we've acquired.
True. If
And
we
items
return,
that I would like to, study closer when we get out of here.
that's true enough, but we shouldn't let our greed speak for us, right? Yeah, I do worry about the people that are kidnapped, but I'm willing to press on only if you promise to not to run into the room and attract attention like that, Muda.
I don't think I ran.
Well,
I
you did
simply
step into the room.
Yes.
He's got you there.
Stepping and running are two different things.
In his defense, he sort of leisurely strolled into the room.
Yes.
I mean, also,
One
someone
does not-
suggested that we toss something in and not walk in, but
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
yeah, well,
Of course, someone did mention that we leave the last area too.
All
But
right.
Yeah, and then they stayed and fought, right?
I mean, I'm not saying that we don't listen to each other. I'm just saying, if we're going to, one camel should not bark at the fleas of another camel.
Yes. Well,
Right. But
based
right,
on the I'm sorry. Oh, I apologize. I cut you off.
No, that's fine.
No, I was talking to Calesta.
I was just gonna say it sounds like we need to do some like team building exercises. Like Pinesta, you should schedule something, put it on the books for us.
Team
Well,
building.
I'm not the smartest man, and I'm not the wisest fella, but I've been around a lot of battles, and if we're going to proceed, we may need to come up with some kind of a plan. If we run across these giant creatures that caused all this havoc in these previous room, what are we going to do? What's our
Mm.
plan?
You mean like the
Oh.
giant creatures that have left already and have left everything clean?
I'm not so sure whether if they've left this place.
Yes.
I mean, we ran into that gigantic vine monster in the previous chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you
and-
going to want to take that thing with you?
Yeah.
I
Well-
mean, really, if you're moving, do you want that house plant with you?
What I've
Also-
heard from so far since joining you people sitting around the dinner table and around the fire hearth and whatnot is that planning is not exactly doesn't seem to be huge on the strong suits. But that doesn't mean you can't be successful.
Yeah.
I'm just you tell me what you want to do and I've pledged to help see it done and I will not go back on that.
Also,
I'll
oh.
tell you what I want to do right this second. I'm going to take this potion of healing that I just remembered that I acquired, and I'll give it to Calesta.
Yes.
Oh,
nice.
You
Thank
see what
you,
talking
Vanessa.
things out will do.
I would also like to point out that the last time we had this conversation about making a plan and everything, we didn't do that plan at all. So
exactly.
like the plan was run away, and then the person who came up with that plan was like, "No, I'm gonna stay and fight."
Yeah, because it was catching up with us, and we
I
couldn't
mean, it was
have.
catching up with you.
True enough, I really had no choice.
It sounds like she's saying you need to run faster.
Yeah, I literally cannot in this armor unless I take this off and abandon it
Oh,
altogether.
wow. Well, that's a choice. Your life or armor.
All right.
I don't know.
All right then, I will take the point. I'll fight defensively, and I trust Bale's hammer to be offensive. I'll try to attract whatever the attacks our foes may throw at us. And in the meanwhile, Calesta, you stay back and fire arrows, and I'll keep it from advancing.
Yeah.
As far as Muda and Pinista, you guys know what you do best.
I'll-
So I'll rely on Pinesta to either retreat or fight. Yeah, I'll try to run away best as possible if we come to that situation.
And me? What do you rely on me for?
Everything else, scouting.
we're gonna rely on you to get us in trouble, Muda.
Wisdom. We rely
No.
on you
For
for
your
the
wisdom.
wisdom of your people.
And also to get us in trouble.
Rel says we are in trouble.
Well, onward to
At
further.
that note, maybe let's take a little break, and you
Yes.
can drink your healing potion, and we will come back in 10 minutes and see what happens.
Decide what we
Okay, we're back. All right, yeah. So you guys are in this room. It's a rectangular shaped room. It's square, and you got door. The door you came in on the east side, and there's a door on the west. Or of course you can go all the ways back to the 3 rooms back, and then there was another way you hadn't gone. 4 rooms back actually.
Did we decide if we were leaving or are we pushing on?
You're pushing on.
He says, like, how dare you ask such a silly question?
Well, I mean, you've got your silly stone. I mean, what more do you want?
And actually, since you've had that stone, you have just been devastating. It's not
Proof's
even
in the
stone
pudding,
growth.
my friend.
I was gonna say it's not so annoying now that I see what it's done.
In my defense, I've been known to land a good blow without that stone too, but this stone may be helping a little bit. But hey, this is why we adventure, is it not?
Okay, well, I want to see you go without the stone now. Just put it away. Let's see. Put it away once.
I think he should keep it, personally. Just my opinion.
No. In all humility, let's see what he does.
My friend, I would have no problem taking you up on your challenge. However, far be it from me to go against the wishes of a lady. So,
Oh,
she says I should keep the stone. I'm keeping the stone.
I see.
But don't worry, we will settle this bet later in some way. Worry not.
Yes. You guys can have a duel when we're
Oh,
not
Oh, I'm not dueling him.
in a
No,
giant's
not a
cavern.
duel.
Not
This is a
s-
friendly wager.
I'm not stupid. I mean, look
Oh,
at him.
no.
He's built like an ox.
Basil, in the meanwhile, is fixing his shield to make sure that it's secure on his left arm, and he says, "Come on, enough banter. Let's continue."
Agreed. Shall we continue on through this room?
Yes.
Okay.
Could you scout for us unseen, Muda?
Or seen. I mean, I prefer to be seen. But I mean, you need to relax. I mean, that's part of this. I mean, just relax a little.
I would relax once we're out of here, but I've seen Colesta fall already. So,
Yes.
yeah.
And you're right. I'm going to walk towards the door, and we all know what's going to happen.
Yep. You walk towards the door. It slides open.
Yep. And I duck.
Yeah,
Nothing
I was
happens.
gonna say, how about we let me go through the door this time, my friend?
It's leading into a hallway. It's descending down to the west.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm looking at the wrong room. It's descending down to the west. And then it seems you don't see a door. It goes about 80 feet. That looks like it turns.
Okay. I'll walk down.
Okay.
Is it a sharp turn or just
It's a
bend?
very sharp turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
come
it's like
up to the
literally you get
bend.
there and like turn. All right, yeah.
Okay.
You come up to the bend and you stop and you kind of look and you see curiously, along the wall, kind of like waist high, which of course this has all just been smooth stone before, so this kind of really sticks out to you. There's these small openings. They look kind of like tubes, small tubes, maybe like an inch. There's about 10 of them, waist high, all along the wall.
Okay.
And
I'll lay on the ground.
okay. So yeah, if you lay on the ground and then you're gonna like move past them, or
I'm going to lay on the ground. I'm going to look around the corner.
Okay. You lay on the ground, and you look around the corner, and you can see that the pathway goes about 150 feet, keeps going down, and then you see there's a door down there. You also see, since you're laying on the ground, that there is indeed what appears to be some kind of a pressure plate here on the ground.
Oh. Okay. I'll look now as I look back.
Mhm. Looking up back towards the party.
Right. So I have descended, right?
That's correct.
Okay. So if I press,
I mean, I'm
the
assuming you're just a
pressure-
little bit. Yeah. I mean, my assumption always, just so before we get into anything too technical, is that you're like maybe 20 feet in front of the rest of them. So they're descending as well, but they're just behind you.
Okay.
So you can see them. Yeah.
And I'll look back and I'll go, you guys might want to back up a little bit. Because you see those things on the wall?
Yep.
Well, I'm going to roll onto the pressure plate and I'm going to see what happens. Just because I'm curious. And if it's gas, then I might have a problem. But if it's something else, it might be pretty cool if you get out of there.
We'll stay back.
Are you going
Yeah,
to
I'll do it.
roll over and past the pressure plate? Or are you going to roll and stop on top of it?
I'm going to stop on it.
Okay.
Bale just kind of leans over to everybody else and says, well, you got to admit, the little bastard's not afraid of anything.
Rel is with them. You roll.
Yep.
You hear a brief sucking sound, and then as flames jet out of the tubes on the wall and scorch the opposite side panel. I mean, you're underneath it, but you're basically out of the range of it. So I'll give you an
Right.
avoidance save. You'll still take a little bit of damage if you don't make it, but you're definitely out of the range of the normal.
No, I failed.
Okay. All right. So you're just gonna take a D4, which is a lot less than you would if you had walked through it. Believe me. 2 points.
Oh, 2 points.
So,
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you were standing up, you would probably be cinders right now.
Yeah.
And that 2 points wasn't from the flames. He just rolled on his arm weird.
Exactly.
No, it was literally from the heat. It was so hot, even though it didn't touch you, that you're like burnt, like sunburned.
Right.
That is a thing.
You're right,
Well-
Muda. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. That, you see half of my mustache and beard are gone. Well, we know what that does now.
Good job.
We might
Good
want to
job.
avoid that pressure plate. It's sort of right here.
You know, I have a
Yeah.
quarterstaff. You could have asked for it.
Yes, but now I have a much better understanding of it than what the quarterstaff would have told me.
Fair enough.
All right, then. I
No,
suppose we could all crawl under it or float over it.
Yes, that's true. Or you could just walk around the corner. I mean, you could just kind of hop.
Yeah, you can avoid it if you do. Now you know where it is. You could get around it.
Yes, I let's avoid that.
Okay, and eventually when
Seems
it gets
smart.
up, and everybody gets past it, you actually hear it click back into place. So also, since you're already on it, they could have just walked across as well. You would get that you had set it off, so until it resets itself, it was
Oh.
basically good.
Okay.
But now it's reset itself. So you know it will go off again if you step on it, but you know how to get around it as well. So
Right. Well, if I know that I've already set it off, I'm just going to lay there until they pass.
right, exactly. Right. Once they pass, then you get up. You know it reset itself. So you definitely heard it reset itself.
I'll
When
just
I rolled
lay
on
there.
your trap thing, I rolled a 1, so I was like, you definitely got all the info on the trap. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know that it has now reset itself. So if you were to step on it again, it would go off again.
Yeah. Thank you, Muda.
Thank you, Muda.
You're welcome. See, it's
Yes,
good that
thank
we thank each other.
That's that was actually good because that would have been very, very bad.
Yeah.
Anyways, so you get down to the door, traveling another 150 foot or so on a very steep incline or decline, as it would be. You come to a door, and you're expecting it to just pop open when you get within 5 feet of it, like every other door for the most part has, and it does not.
Right.
This one does not open, but you do notice the box on the side, just like every other door with the 9 buttons lit up. But this one is not opening, much like the one in the in the room with the plants. This one
I
doesn't
think this is Basil's door.
Yeah, he walks up in front of the door and says, "Well, I don't have any keys," and looks to Muda and says, "Maybe you could help us open it like you did before."
Oh, I did that.
You made the
Not
wires
wired.
hot.
That's right. Oh, that's right. I did that, didn't I?
You did make the wires hot.
That I okay. And I will pry it open and try to do what I did before.
Okay. And you've already done this once before, so I'll give you a bonus. So go and roll d12. You'll get 7 and 12 to do this one.
Oh,
Oh, why? That's an 11.
Oh
No.
no.
You do it. You make the wires hot.
Rella's
You
not
smell-
with
you-
me today.
You smell some burning.
Oh no.
Yeah, the door doesn't open. It kind of goes.
You know, I think
let's
we
go.
have to pry this open like we did the other one.
Okay.
I think that's what Rel's saying. Rel
Well-
says pry the door open.
Well, we have the strongest fella in our group right next to me here.
Exactly.
Looks to bail. Bail, you gotta bail us out.
Right. So like the other one, up to 3 people could get in position here, and you do an extraordinary feat of strength.
Can I give them my quarterstaff again?
Yes, but like before, if it fails, then it breaks your staff.
Okay, that's
And
fine.
It'll add 4 to the.
Since I'm going to give them my quarterstaff, I'm going to ready shooter with that not magic Amazon crossbow.
Nice. Okay. So who's doing it? 3 people can do it. I'm assuming Baal will be one of them.
Yeah, I should
Uh,
probably be the main one, and they should be helping me, right? Isn't that-
About
exactly.
the ready shooter, could you do that even if you're not like a crossbow master?
Oh, I don't know. I think all bows can do that. That is a good question.
I don't
I
think
think
it
ready
takes
shooter is just something that
mastery.
anybody can do. What actually more interesting? Can you do it if you're not a fighter? That's the thing that I was likely. But go ahead and look it up while we figure out the math. Okay, so who else is doing it?
If
So-
a shooter, it
Go
just says if a shooter enters combat with a crossbow cocked or arrow knotted or wand aimed, he can discharge it before any other actions are taken, regardless of initiative results. This,
Right. And on the chart, it's not listed as fighter only or anything like that.
no, it just
Under
says if
the-
a shooter, and it also says it also says crossbow, arrowhead, or wand. So
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. I didn't realize wand was part of that. Yeah, anybody can do ready shooter. Yeah.
Cool.
There you go. That is very
I
useful.
am of
Yes.
average strength. Buddha's willing to help, but
I
Right.
think
What is yours?
it's-
I think Pinista was strong last time, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I have 14.
Okay.
yeah, yes,
And what's Muda's strength?
11.
Okay.
And Basil is 13.
So it's me and
What-
Basil and Bale.
What is yours? 15, y'all?
13.
Oh, 13. You're weaker than Pinista.
Yep.
Would you get the extra +8 because you're a fighter? So
Yes.
8, 8, and 8 is 24 plus 40 for Bale is 64 plus 4 for the staff. So you got 68% chance there, Rush, to open this door up
Come
on the
on.
first try, or else you're going to break that quarter staff.
Let's go, Rush.
So just roll a D100 then.
Mhm.
That's the easiest way to do it. I mean, there's probably other combinations of this you could roll to do it, but
Oh, man.
Oh,
you jam the staff in and snap really loud.
Oh,
So I take the 2 pieces of staff and I look at it and I look over at Callista and I hand it back to her and I say, well, the problem is that this is actually a buck and a quarter staff, but I'm not going to tell anyone else that. And then he hands it to her.
it's okay. It was only cheap mahogany wood.
God.
well, now we can wedge 2 things under the door.
I didn't know if anybody's going to get that reference.
I did not get it.
I didn't either.
Bugs Bunny, Robin Hood. It's actually buck and a quarter staff, but I'm not telling him that. Anyway, sorry.
Nice.
It's my brain
Okay.
at work again.
No, it's fine. Yeah, I'll have to. Bugs Bunny is always a classic. Now I'll probably get sued because we're quoting movies we're not supposed to. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, yeah. So the thing snaps, and you're all kind of like, and then all of a sudden, the door opens up. But luckily, you're not surprised, and you have ready shooter. So if you want to shoot, you may. I will tell you what's in the room before you decide to recklessly just shoot the room. You're certainly welcome to do it.
I mean,
okay. 90-foot long, cone-shaped chamber, 60 feet wide at its west base, 20 foot wide at the east. So you're at the fat end. The ceiling peaks at an apex of 40 feet. The walls of this room are set with massive panels of glass, cracked and charred, with frayed wires exposed. On the floor is a massive pile of raw corundum. Let's see. You know what it looks. Oh, actually, you might. I know we already determined that you know what a corundum was. Set halfway along the south wall is a large glass-like cylinder, 15 feet in diameter, 15 feet tall, with a metal frame door brimming with wires. The narrow far side of the room is dominated by a massive metal machine with knobs, switches, and you see blinking lights. You see glass, vents, and wires. Hunched over the machine is a massive cone-shaped being of otherworldly origins. But you are a magician, so go ahead. I will give you a 2 and 6 to know what this thing is as it turns towards you.
I have no idea.
Okay. I'm gonna show you a picture because I took the time to set up this in the picture because it's really good. But I will also describe it to you.
was it in Zoom or Roll20? Okay, there we go.
Roll20.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna shoot that thing.
Holy shit.
All right. I mean, it could be friendly.
Yeah.
It
never
looks
know.
at you.
Well,
it's like,
if
you
it
think
is friendly, it's about to have a bolt through it.
all right, so let's see. The walls are okay. So the cone-shaped being. It turns. You see how it has those. I mean, you can see it, right?
The trumpets?
It turns the trumpets on you, and it's like,
Trumpets.
and then you hear it kind of speaks. It says, "Intruders, you will be exterminated." And one of its like tentacles that's near its that one ball in the front that looks like a head lifts up, and it seems to have a wand in its hand. So it was good that you told me that Ready Shooter is also for wands because it also was ready for you because it opened the door for you. So, thanks, Crystal.
Nope.
Well, you're
I'll
welcome.
let you shoot
but-
first.
Nat 20.
Nice. Right, it's going to be well, actually, I guess it wouldn't be simultaneous necessarily. Well, it happens in the 0. It doesn't matter. It's going to go off. Nat 20 is awesome. Go ahead. All right, so that's one hit.
It's a
shoot.
D6 for crit, right?
Roll a d6. Yep, when you're a magician type.
Yeah. I rolled a 3.
3 is going to be +2 damage. So damage +2,
Okay.
and that crossbow does a d6 +6.
Yes, it does. Okay. Well, it did 9. It already rolled it. Sorry. That's so that's a total of 11 damage.
Oh, nice. Holy crap.
So yeah,
okay.
she's like she quickly looks through the scope and like hits its trumpet.
Well, it's laser scope, so.
She
Put a
looks
dot
down the
on it.
laser scope. Yeah.
Nope.
She's
She's like, I saw the ape creature do this, but I think I can do it better.
Yeah. I can just check something here. Sorry. I'm not sure if this wand does a cone or if it just does a beam. It does not say. So let me just quickly check because I would not want to unfairly destroy you. I mean, I don't mind fairly destroying you. And you're all huddled in a group, which is like the perfect setup. Ah, yes. I've waited so long, it says. This wand carved from the rib of a demon, top of the black sapphire, 60 foot long and 10 foot wide. Ooh. Okay. Well, you're in a 15-foot corridor, so it's not going to hit all of you. So let's do this. I'm actually going to everybody roll a d6, and we will say that the two people that have the highest will get the lowest score, I should say, will get targeted. All right, so that's a 2 for our warrior there.
Roll a d6, you said?
Yeah, the two lowest numbers are going to get whacked.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, let me roll a 1 real quick.
That's
I told you. I told you.
Rolled a 3.
All right, so it's looks like it's Mike and Crystal. All right, so you guys both get to make a saving throw versus, I believe it's an avoidance saving throw. Which is in the area effect must make a device saving throw.
Oh,
Make
good. I
a
get a
device
+2 to
saving
those,
throw.
and I still
And you
fail.
can use your defense adjustment from dexterity.
Oh, I would still fail.
Okay.
Mike.
Did Mike also get a low number?
Oh, if you call 1 low.
All right. So
I
yeah,
mean,
you guys
it's
are
not 0.
so you are both paralyzed for. Oh, let me see if this is turns. I'm not even gonna bother. Well, I guess it will matter. Yeah, it's turns. Okay. You're both paralyzed for 7 turns, so about an hour.
Nice.
But I mean, maybe spells don't get here. Yeah. So you're like, you fall backwards.
Wow.
Yeah, guys. So
Rella's
creature
with me tonight.
So this creature just used a wand against you. The door's open. It's pretty creepy looking. Could have been friendly. Who knows? But you did shoot it first.
Yeah, I'm sure
What
when it
this-
was going intruders alert attack on site, like it was
Yeah.
like trying to communicate its
You will be
friendly intentions.
Yeah, I remember it shouting, "You will be exterminated," before we ever shot at it. So
Yeah, I mean,
he sort of opened the door for this.
he has a
You
weird
know-
way of making friends, you know? I
You
mean,
know, it's not from around here. It doesn't really understand the nuance of the common tongue.
Clearly,
Okay,
you
so-
ain't from around here, boy.
this poor innocent machine who was just trying to alert all the dungeon that you were here.
Okay, so Pinista, what would you like to do as you look at this
Excuse me, sorry.
crazy ass thing?
Um,
Oh, you might know what this is too. I'll give you a 2 in 6 chance.
2 and 6?
It's a pretty obscure.
No, I rolled a 4.
Nope, you know who would have known? Tulok.
Probably, yeah.
No, definitely would have. Rangers, it's a ranger thing.
Oh, yeah.
What does Press Y do?
Pinesta wants to pick up that grab that crossbow from Callista.
Okay. Okay, so you're gonna grab the crossbow and do a missile? Or you're just gonna grab the crossbow and run? It's like,
For
please,
now,
I got my
I'm gonna grab
treasure.
Well, I'm gonna grab the crossbow because I might need to use it. So,
Yeah, she's like, "I win," and then runs.
and I recognize that paralyzed spell.
I
So,
won the dungeon.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. All right, Muda, you're gonna watch from the ground. Bale, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna charge that big ugly thing and try and beat it to death.
Okay, let me see if it says where it is. Well, it opened the door,
because-
so it has to be pretty. I'm just trying to see if you'll be able to get to it or not. Which phase you'll be able to get to it, I should say. Because it is about. Oh, actually, is that it? It's in the picture. I guess that's where they expect it to be. All right, so it's about 30 feet from the door. What's your move?
Mine movement is. Gotta pull my character sheet back up. Come on. My movement is 30.
Okay, so you can get there the first phase. I know that Young's is slower, so if he plans on charging, then It's going to get their second phase. Are you planning on charging, Baz?
No, Basil actually seeing that Bale is charging, he has to cover him, so he takes out the bow and starts shooting.
Okay, so you're going to go second phase because you have to drop the shield and the sword and get the bow. Fair enough. Okay, and Callisto, you're frozen. Okay, go ahead, Crystal, and roll initiative for the group since you're paralyzed.
By the way, the small shield is affixed to his left arm. You could use
Okay,
it to.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, well, that's fine. But I mean, you still got to pull the stuff out, so you're still going to go second phase. You can't use it to defend when you're using the bow.
Correct.
Right, but you don't have to drop it. Yeah, you're right. Go ahead, Crystal. Did you roll? I'm sorry, don't have roll.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I rolling? I'm sorry.
Yeah, roll initiative. Since you're paralyzed and you won't be able to do much
Okay,
else.
that's fine. She rolls initiative. She thinks, maybe I don't want to worship Rel. She gets a 5.
5. No, 5. You guys go first. Okay. So you're gonna go second phase too, Pinista, because you have to arm yourself. So, first phase is Bale. You charge forward. You're close enough. So make a melee attack against this thing.
Yes. I run forward, cursing this foul creature, and smack the shit out of it.
It's like beep, 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 beep. What?
Yeah.
Holy crap! That definitely hits. Yes. That
Yeah.
Hits. Armor class -4. That barely hits, but it does.
Would you say it barely hits?
Barely hits. No, that hits.
I
That
hope
clearly
that's
and
kidding.
surely hits. For 15 points of damage? Holy guacamole.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Wow. Okay. You guys aren't messing around. It's going to get to go again, though. And you're right up in its grill, so it's going to try to shoot you with its wand. Go ahead and make
Bring it.
yourself a device save.
Oh, he doesn't have to hit me first?
Not with the wand. That's the saving
Shit.
throw is.
All right. Saving throw device. I get no bonus. Oh, this is where I get frozen, right?
Probably. If you fail, it does.
No.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
I don't know. I clicked it. Device
That can't
saving
be
throw.
right. Right, but it says 10 is greater than 0.
Yeah, did you put it? Did you
It must
remember
be
to
in there
actually
wrong.
put in your saving throw? Your saving throw
No.
should be, I think, a 14. What level are you at?
I didn't.
Level
Okay.
6. I
Well,
think.
I'm
you rolled
level
a 10.
6.
6
Yeah,
is
14.
14.
Yeah, so just put that into your character sheet, but you rolled a 10, it looks like, right? That's what that is?
Okay. So
which means that you
saving
failed.
throw. Okay, should be a 14. Sorry about
Yeah.
that.
No, it's okay.
All right,
Yeah,
so
if
I
your saving
failed.
throw was 0, you failed. So you are also paralyzed for a number of turns. 7 as well.
Well,
So we'll see you guys in an hour or so.
yeah. Hey, at least I attributed.
Oh, you sure as hell did. Okay, then back up at the top. Go ahead, Pinista. You could shoot up to 3 times with the laser crossbow.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to shoot it 3 times.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
keep in mind how many shots you're taking, so we can keep. There's 12
That's
rounds
fine.
in that first clip.
Sorry to use your bow, Callista, but 3 people are down.
I mean, I'm not going to say anything about it.
All right, let's see. First shot, oh, misses with a 2. Second shot, ooh, that hits armor class. Gonna get a +3 on melee attacks.
Missile.
So it hits armor class -5.
Yeah, it's. Remember, you're
Yeah.
adding +4, right, for the laser scope.
Oh, so that would hit like something ridiculous, like -9, because I rolled a
Right, no, I mean for the
17.
first attack. No, it's armor classes 2. I mean,
Oh well,
just,
yeah, the
just
first
get
attack I
some-
still rolled a 2 on the dice, so that still wouldn't
Okay,
be.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and the third attack, +4, 12 +4 +3. Yeah, that hits. 12, 16 plus. So that would be a -3 armor class.
Holy crap. Okay, yeah, so you hit it twice. So I guess 2d6 + 6. No, 2d6 + 12.
2d6
Oh.
plus 12.
Well, yeah, it's 1d6 + 6 per shot.
Okay,
Crap.
2d6. That's not. Hang on. That's a d8. No. 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 12. So 20. 20
Okay.
points.
Holy guacamole. All right. Basil, your bow is out.
No, So he shoots double shot. There we go. I have to thread the needle because Rush is right in front of him. So.
No, he fell to the ground.
Oh, okay. Let me
Yeah.
do that again.
I mean, it would have hit anyways. It's fine. You don't have
Okay.
to.
All right. So that one.
You didn't miss, so I wouldn't bother. Because if you'd miss next time, that would suck.
Okay.
Yeah. When he's I don't take paralyzed as you're like turned to stone. I mean, you drop to the ground when you're paralyzed.
Okay. And the second one, 14 points of damage between the two shots.
Okay. So since that was enough between the three of you to kill this thing, let's get a play-by-play as this went down. So so Rush, you charge forward with your hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You smash this thing, staggers back and with its wand, firing a bolt, freezing Bale, who drops to the ground, losing the hammer. From the hallway, Pinista picks up the laser crossbow and one shot bounces around the room randomly, but two hit this thing in dead square in the chest, burning a huge hole. And as it kind of looks around with its three eyes for some way to get out, the double shot, right? That was a double shot.
Yep.
Of the bow sinks into its bulbous. Well, you actually hit it with 3 arrows total. So
Yep.
somehow it hit all three of its eyeballs, and it kind of just sags to the ground. Its horns are no longer tooting. Holy cow! You killed that fast.
Oh man.
That's
was
the difference
scary.
between dice going well for you and not going well for you. Is that combat versus the last one?
Yeah.
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 That was scary. I mean, we
Yeah.
were like totally committed for the battle this time instead of like
Yeah.
people running away and hesitating.
Yeah, no, you stepped into it. All right, well, the creature is dead.
Makes a huge difference.
Strange ichor is dripping from its body. You've got some sleeping or paralyzed. I mean, Pinista knows she has a paralyzed spell, so she knows it'll pass
Be a
eventually.
while. Yeah.
But in the meantime, yeah.
It does.
So you've got this strange room. I mean, you can just, if you want to just wait until everybody wakes up, that's also fine. If everybody wants to be involved in it's if you decide if you want to wait to investigate this room or investigate it while they're down. You know, how much time do you want to invest in here? I guess is the question.
Basil says, I'll guard the door and I'll bring Muda and Kalesta into the chamber so that we can guard them a little better.
All right, I'll look around. Oh no, there's no one else. So yeah, I guess
Yeah, you're the only one.
I'll look around.
All right, yeah. I mean, so right, you've got this tube on the wall that has a door on it. It's got, you notice, you could tell like just by putting two and two together. This tube is very much like the ones that were cracked that had that weird goop coming out of them. Like it's similar in size, but it looks like different composition. And of course, those didn't have a door on them. If you were to investigate it, you look inside, you can see that it's empty now.
Okay.
But further down at the end, where that strange, where the machines are set up, you see a series. You know, basically, it's kind of like what you saw in that one room where there was like all those like metal boxes, but this is not torn apart. It's fully assembled, and you see lights flashing on it in similar patterns to what you saw on those headbands. And you also see a number of switches, and there's kind of a soft buzzing sound coming from it when you get close.
Ah. Basil, I think this is what was controlling the Hermes.
I see that contraption over there. Do you know what happened to the people that have been captured? Is there any sign of them? Any indication?
I haven't seen anything like that, have I?
No. Roll d6 for me.
Okay. A 2.
Okay. As you're looking around, you know, for possibly any signs of the people or whatever, you hear from the machine on the wall, kind of like a clink clink sound, like a clinking sound. And you think it came from like there's like it looks like there's a drawer near the bottom. Like all of a sudden it sounds like something fell in there.
Oh. All right. I'll kind of look at the drawer and be like, if this explodes, I swear to God. No, I swear to Rel.
Well, it's got like a little, like a handle, like a pull handle.
Right, I'll pull it.
You just gotta reach down and pull it.
Mm.
See, now you wish Muda was around, don't you?
I don't dislike Muda.
Muda's
Dude,
I don't know
eyes are
why you
bulging
think
out.
that.
Pull it!
Muda saved us so many times in this adventure.
Yeah, I like Muda.
Yeah.
We survived the snake god. No, yeah, I'll. You know what I'm gonna do? Actually,
What?
I'm gonna back off and I'm gonna pull it open with the whip.
Oh,
That way, if it is a trap or something,
somebody's
it
got their
won't right
thinking
into my
cap.
face.
There's like
Somebody's
a
got
moment.
their
It's like,
thinking cap on today.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's pretty epic. So there's no roll for that. So yeah, you whip the handle and pull it open, Indiana Jones style, and it slides open, and you hear the sound of metal scraping inside.
Okay, but no poison gas or anything silly.
No, not as far as you can tell.
Yeah,
Okay.
just a ticking.
Right. Y'all make me paranoid.
All
right.
What are those red numbers counting down for?
Yeah, really.
All right, I'll walk over there and look.
In the draw is a single headband with the flashing.
Oh,
Gemstones.
interesting. It just looks the same as all the others.
It does. Well,
Well, I
except this
haven't-
one doesn't have any blood or anything on it because didn't come out of somebody's head.
Well, sure, because we
Right.
haven't. yeah,
Seems brand new,
right.
brand spanking new.
Well, you want to put this on, Basil? Just kidding. Just kidding.
Let's wait until Muda comes.
Oh,
No,
Muda will try it.
oh.
I like
Yeah.
No, we'll try anything. Give it to Mikey.
Yes, Mikey likes it.
I'll say I found this, but I haven't seen any sign of the prisoners or any kind of the villagers.
He nods, and he's basically guarding that hallway so that rest of his party members would come back to their consciousness.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, you're looking around, and everything seems kind of pretty chill. You know, nothing seems to bother you. And you hear another. I'm assuming you close the drawer.
Yeah.
You hear another. Tink.
Oh, I get it now. I think this is manufacturing headbands, Basil.
Oh, so this is some kind of a factory?
That's what it would appear to be.
That makes
Speaking
sense.
of looking around, does that guy's wand is on the floor?
It is, yeah.
Can we snatch that up?
Sure.
Okay. Just making sure I say that.
That's a potent weapon that you got over there.
The laser crossbow or the wand?
The wand.
Both.
Both, yeah.
I pick up the wand. Well, somebody might be able to use it. Callista could have these things. So this is making headbands. Is there anything else in here, Daniel? Besides the machine?
Just that tube that you assume the creature was in because of its
Okay.
size and
One.
and there's no other exits.
Okay.
Is that the contraption that's controlling all those people wearing the headband? And he points at the console that the creature was sitting on.
It's possible. It's possible. I mean, I'm assuming.
There's the
Oh,
box.
that's cool. Neat.
That's kind of
I'm
what it looks
assuming.
like. It's like
I like the little old-timey tape recorder there.
Yeah. I mean, they can do mind control and travel through time and space, but they still use reel-to-reel tapes.
Yeah. I suppose we could try. Well, but if we destroy it, something terrible happens, then I would feel bad.
Well, let's leave it alone then. We could wait until Callista. Wait until Callista examines and tell us what she would think.
And it's possible that without the creature, the headbands don't do anything. Maybe it's possible they needed some sort of input from him, it, them to work. Although the lights on the machine are in the same pattern as the lights on the headband, correct?
Yes, you can see lights in the machine flashing in the same patterns. There's like a whole section of lights above the reel-to-reel tape, and you can see that those lights are flashing, but in the same sync.
Are there like wires attached to that?
To the headbands?
No, I mean to the contraption, like some sort of a power source, power cord.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you could, based on all the other stuff you've seen, you would imagine that if you were to tear away some of these metal plates, there's probably wires back there, but there's none that are like exposed.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Basil says, yeah, let's just be cautious. I mean,
Are there any buttons to push?
Oh, there's lots of buttons.
Oh, lots of
There are buttons and there are knobs.
buttons and knobs.
Yep.
It's really too bad Buddha's paralyzed.
I was gonna
No.
say this is just a playground for him.
He'd say he would love these. He loves buttons and knobs, I'm assuming. People from
Yeah.
Lemuria probably didn't
Yeah,
say
it says
that.
it's covered with knobs, switches, blinking lights, and panels. Oh, actually, it says it actually in wires. There are wires exposed. Vents and wires. I guess on the top there's wires. I'll show you the picture again. Hold on, I gotta cover up the other things so you don't see all the stuff. I don't want to spoil stuff for you. Nobody wants a spoiler. Yeah, I guess up here on the top there's some wires.
cool.
There's also like a little speaker. It's some real tapes.
There's a screen.
A little screen on there. Yeah.
The
Are there
screen
any
just have-
writings that? we
Yeah,
could-
the screen,
does
the glass area, which is, I mean, obviously, I mean, you know, it's a computer. The screen has text that seems to be forming, like it's writing something, but it's in a language that it's like nothing you'd understand. It's a weird like language of symbols. And actually, what you do notice by looking at it is that there's like a board underneath it that has a bunch of letters, has like writing on it as well that seem to correspond.
Sorcery.
Exactly.
Strange sorcery, indeed.
Yep. So how much time goes by while we're waiting?
Yeah, if you want to wait for the others, you can wait.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
we do that.
I can't say that, can
Yeah.
I? I'm still
it's
paralyzed
fine.
on the floor.
You're just thinking it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
Sitting
you were
there
only,
going, sorcery.
yeah, I mean, you were paralyzed like 45 seconds after the rest of them. You both got 7 turns, so everybody kind of comes to it once. After about an hour or so, Callista and Muda and Val, you guys kind of, you were paralyzed. You weren't unconscious, so you kind of could hear them talking and probably see, depending on your angle, what's going on. So yeah, you basically have this machine with some reel-to-reel tapes and some knobs and buttons, a screen, wires. By this time, it has made 4 more of the headbands.
Okay.
And oh yeah, okay, yeah, and you now see that a new series of lights are starting to flash at the very top of the area. So you've got like where the tapes are. You can see this still, right? Like over here. So imagine there's more of this over here. Well, actually, it would be right here, I guess. There's some button. These some lights right here start lighting up, like kind of flashing. A big red light is flashing.
That's our cue. I think to go. Maybe. Or
Hmm.
maybe it's malfunctioning. Maybe it's out of corundum. We never found that guy's stash either, did we?
No, it's in this room.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, you did ask me if there's anything else in the room, and I said no, but I had already, because I had already said it, but I thought you went beyond that. Yeah, there's a massive pile of rock around them.
Oh, okay, just missed it. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I said it originally, and then when you said anything else, I thought you meant beyond that.
No,
Yeah,
I just
there's
missed
a-
it. That's my bad.
There's a massive pile of rock around them, and there's like a little shovel.
Cool.
Well, now that Callisto's awake, she wants to examine this machine.
Okay.
I will hand you back your crossbow.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
You used up 3 of the shots.
Yep. I've already done the math.
Yeah. I mean, like the others, you see, if you heard or Pinista tells you, it seems to be manufacturing these things, although it has stopped and now a red light is flashing. There is this kind of a glass area that has like letters going across it that you can't make out. It's some kind of, it's a really ancient alien language, but it's nothing you would know. Buttons, knobs, dials.
Button, knobs, and dials. So
Mhm.
many choices.
So many.
I am going to spin a knob.
Okay. What is it that you're trying to do?
I don't know. I just want to see what happens.
All right.
Well, I
Okay.
could have done that.
And
right,
Basil
roll a
looks
D6
at
for me.
Callista and goes, "Oh, wise mage Callista, what what do you make of this contraption?"
Well, let me tell you something. This baby right here has buttons. It has knobs. It has dials. These are all things I like to see when I'm examining weird artifacts.
Go ahead and roll a D6.
Oh, okay. I rolled a 5. It's probably
Excellent.
bad.
Yeah, you spin a knob. It kind of spins all the way one direction, all the way to the other direction. There doesn't seem to be any noticeable change to anything that's happening. The red light is still flashing above. The new headbands that were manufactured that Pinista has, or whatever you do with them, they're still blinking normally. The other panel is still blinking. That reel-to-reel tape is still going. Every once in a while, it goes like, like reel-to-reel tapes do.
Is it continuing to drop headbands, or is it like not anymore?
No, it's not. It actually has not dropped a headband in a while.
Yeah, I think this might be the refill light.
Might be.
Refill.
Well, this contraption is the reason behind all these animals being controlled. I'd say we destroy it.
Yes.
You want to destroy this priceless artifact?
Yeah. What is it for? It's to enslave creatures that are normally peaceful.
I mean, you just said, what is it for? And then made up an assumption about what it does.
No, Pinista
No,
just
we
told
know.
us what it is.
It makes these headbands that are used to control.
Well, it makes the headbands, but it doesn't mean the machine controls them. And anyway, it may do something other than make headbands. Or these headbands could be used for something else.
Look at the creature that was using it.
Mhm.
It's a vile creature. I don't
Mhm.
trust anything that this creature would covet.
I mean, I think it's kind of cute. Other than it tried to kill us,
And Basil unsheaths his sword and then tries to jam it into the machine. He looks around for any objections, and if nobody does anything, he's gonna jam it into the tape reel and basically
Oh.
sever it.
No.
Okay.
All that Baal would say was that no creature deserves to live as a slave.
I'm just gonna back up.
Yeah,
Back
you
away.
jam it into the tape
Exactly.
thing, and you notice that the tape, obviously you probably don't know what tape is, but you see now that it's broken. You can see that like the pieces are flipping, and now another light up top starts flashing, another red light.
that's probably the red light that's alerting everyone that we're here because you tried to destroy it.
No, I think it's the red light that's telling that we've damaged that part over here.
Yes, that's what I just said.
Yeah, I think that's what you said, right? And he turns around and says, maybe my swords aren't big enough to bash it in a couple of strikes. Maybe Bale's hammer would do the job.
Smash it with your hammer.
Yeah,
I
Bale.
mean,
Free the enslaved, my friend.
if that's what you
Yes.
wish, then I shall do it.
It seems, Bale, that it's hammer time.
Yeah, so I'll just wallop the side of this machine with everything I got.
You got to with full strength.
Oh yeah, I'm just
The
gonna just
full strength of Bale. An
blast
extraordinary
into
feat of
it.
strength at that.
Nice.
Go ahead and make just a
Yeah.
test of strength.
Oh, is it a test?
Just a
Okay.
test.
Bam.
Oh yeah, yeah. You smash this thing, and more lights start lighting up, and you can see that it is. You see a lot of kind of exposed innards, and smoke starts to rise.
Sweet.
Like
I'm gonna
things are-
smash
like
it
things are-
again.
Okay, make a extraordinary feat of strength now.
Basil steps back with his hammer
Oh,
up.
All right,
Shield up.
I may have missed
Okay.
the stationary object.
No, you hit it. You just when you hit it, you just the flame, the spark just keep going up, or it doesn't go out. It doesn't destroy it.
Go for the lightning parts.
There you go.
Hmm.
Okay, make one more
Well,
extraordinary feat of strength.
That makes sense. This hammer does bear the name Tyrannus, which stands for thunder in the ancient tongue.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Well, then I will give you a plus 20%.
Mhm.
Particularly if you go for the lightning parts.
Sweet. Same
Just
thing.
roll percentile and just 40.
Oh,
Well, it'd
okay.
be 60.
Roll 100. Ah! Sorry. Roll E100. Oh,
There you go. All right. So you smash into this thing. Tell me how you smash into it, and give me a good like computer exploding finale here as this thing goes up.
yeah. So he after walloping the side of the machine and it doesn't even budge, he brings his hammer back and he makes a comment. He says, "Suffer the might or the wrath of thunder," and he's just like, boom, with the overhead smash again. And when he does, you hear the sparks and buzzing and things like that, and then you just hear the thing. I'm assuming it just goes dark, and as you just hear a noise here, there's like, and it's just done.
Yep. And the entire place goes dark. Exactly. All the lights in the place go out. Everything just goes.
Oh,
You're standing in a room.
and it's pitch black.
You can smell the burnt wire, and maybe now your other senses are a bit more heightened because the now it's dark. You go on alert. You can smell the ichor from the creature that has dripped
You hear
out.
Bale just go, "Well, that was unexpected."
Bale,
It drips on the ground.
Bale, lend me the aid of your hammer real quick.
Well, where are you?
Right, you're standing
I'm
in the
over
dark
here.
streets.
I'm over here.
Over
Just follow
here.
Marco.
It's it's pitch black in here, woman.
Have we no lanterns or torches?
I
left?
will light a torch.
That's what I was trying to do. I'm gonna cast light on the end of your hammer.
I
grab-
figured.
I grab a piece of I grab some fur from my I have fur on me, so I just take my fur glove and I like rub it over your hammer, and then all of a sudden just like a light comes off of it and encases your hammerhead.
Yeah, you have no idea how into that Bale is. He holds his hammer up like that, and he's like, "By the gods, a magic that's worthy of this weapon."
Nice.
Nessa just looks at Callista and says, "You didn't rub butter on it again, did you?"
Thank goodness. And then
no.
Basil looks behind himself.
No, I would never use butter to cast light. That doesn't make any sense. Why would I use butter to cast light?
Oh, well, I don't know. I get my magic from the Black Gulf. I don't, you know,
Well, I mean,
spell
that's
components
fair.
are a mystery to me.
That's how the druids do it. Okay. Yeah. So you have a torch now and a glowing hammer, and you are standing in this room, and the creature is dead and dripping ichor on the ground. It is absolutely dark in here now, except for obviously.
Okay.
There was no other way out, of course, as I mentioned.
Well, I hate to leave all this corundum behind it. The guy was going to give us a reward, but
We could put it
I
on the
see no
flying
way to.
carpet, of course.
I could, yes.
Well, I mean, I'm not. I mean, I know that you knew that, but I mean, I think there's you can put what 500 pounds.
Yeah, I think it's encumbered. Hang on, I got it right here. It's
Yeah,
encumbered
let
at
me
60.
check. I think you can put it on there. I think that was you guys originally.
It can
planned,
bear
but-
2 unencumbered people or 500 pounds. Yep. And fly at 60.
I don't think
Well-
he says how much corundum there is, so I'll just say it could fit on there.
I have a question. Like, do you have to be on the carpet to fly it, or like, could you put the corundum on it and then like just guide the carpet? You know what I mean?
I think I have to be on it.
Yeah.
Or someone.
Mhm.
So it's going to be me.
Yeah, my thought is you would be on it with the. Yeah, I mean the only problem with it, I mean it's a big block basically of stone. I mean you could carry it up, but it's going to take you a little while, even with the carpet. But you could take some of it anyways if you want.
Yeah, I would take some of it, at least maybe get some of it back for the jeweler.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. It doesn't say. It just says there's a cart full of it, but I'm assuming a cart full is more than would fit on a flying carpet.
Yeah, I was assuming that too.
If there's a cart, I mean, somebody must have used the cart to bring it down here in the first place, right?
No, the cart was broken,
Oh, okay.
smashed at the bottom.
Yeah,
No,
we
you don't
found
need
it.
a cart when you have 50 beastmen.
Right.
You know, they just carried it a little bit of time.
Well, hopefully, if we find the warriors from the town, we could probably ask them for a favor to carry these things back.
Yeah, you could leave it for now and come get it, however you want to do it. I mean, I was just trying to figure out how we get it, but it doesn't. That you know, you haven't
Okay.
found them yet, and I'm assuming that you're going to look for them. I could be wrong about that. Maybe you're just going to leave.
Yay,
No,
Why
we
make
did
any
it!
kind of assumption? Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
what
I mean,
for what reason was this creature? I mean, maybe it's mine just so alien we will never be able to understand why. But what was its end game here?
Do you want to take a piece of him? Take a
Take-
stock or something back?
Take a
Its
trumpet.
eyes.
Hold on. Let me see if it has anything useful.
Well, you
Uh,
have no idea what this thing is. I mean, unless you're just going to make it up. I mean, but your character has
Well,
no
you-
idea what the creature is.
As a proof of our deed, perhaps we can take a small piece of him as a trophy.
Take a
Celeste,
trumpet.
yeah, Celeste is gonna cut off a trumpet.
The trumpet.
Just one.
and she'll walk over to Basil and she'll hand it to him and she'll go, there. Now no one can say that you never slew this creature.
Sounds excellent. And then he puts it on his pouch.
Nice.
In his pouch, yep. And I guess we leave the room to look for the survivors.
Okay. Of course, this is now. I'm not going to put this online, but for anybody else, but I will. I'll just show you. There's also another picture of it. The other version of it. I like the one that I showed you, but this is the other version of it. This one's kind of cute. It's too cute. Where is it? There it is. It's cool, but I like the other version better. The other version is more monstrous.
He looks
This
like
one's too, like-
Greedo.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost too like cute, like like yeah, it does look
Yep.
like Greedo. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I look like
Yeah.
Greedo, okay.
See, if you had showed me that one, I might would have hesitated to shoot it.
Yeah.
That's the child this one has left behind, thanks to us.
Right, exactly. Right, you guys killed that poor innocent creature that was just trying to take over the world. All right.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's
Hey,
the other version.
I
of it.
saw what
like
its
them both,
wand
but I
could
thought
do.
All right, so yeah, so you guys head back up the way you came. I'm assuming you're going to avoid the trap. You know it's there.
Yes.
You go. How long does that light spell last?
An hour.
Okay.
Yeah, don't
2,
tell Bale that. He
3.
thinks it's forever.
Well, it's not 2:30, so that's 4 turns, 5 turns, 6 turns. Okay, so you're basically almost back to the room that. I can't tell you what it is. So it's the one that was round with the one path that went down to the jungle area, and the other one path went here, and the one path went back up to that intersection. You're just about to get to that room, and the light spell ends, and so does the torch actually, because they both have an hour. I suppose you'd feel the torch burning out before, and you could probably light another one, assuming you have another one.
I don't have very many left, actually.
I have a lantern, and I think I have some
one
torches
left.
as well. Yeah, I have 3 torches. I also
Okay.
have a lantern, a hooded lantern.
Okay. Are you going to use a torch or a lantern?
I hope so.
Yeah, like I'll light up a lantern.
Okay.
My hooded
All right.
lantern.
Yeah. So you light that up. As Pinista tells you that her torch is burning out, you light that up before the light spell goes out, because obviously you know that it's not going to last forever. That puts you back literally where you started this session, which is a round 60-foot diameter room with a domed 35-foot ceiling, walls lined with broken machines, wires pulled free, and with the 5-foot tall table in the center. If you're continuing your travels out of this place or exploring new areas where you've not been, you would then ascend up to another room that you've been in before, but this is where we split off last time. This is the one that is has one flat wall and the other one is partially rounded. 80-foot longer chamber, bows out on the south to the apex of 50 foot wide. Facing the arched wall are 4 concave soapstone pedestals, 6 foot tall, 10 foot in diameter. Before each pedestal, set in the floor, stands a transparent open cylinder, 6 foot tall, 2 feet in diameter. So that room. But from here, you could either go back to where you came, which I'm assuming you don't want to do because you're trying to explore, or you would go the other way, which ascends up 100 feet and then kicks to the west. So I'm just kind of moving you along unless you decide to do something else. Okay. It turns to this one kind of zigzaggy, so it takes you a little while to get up, but eventually you end up at a door, which of course opens up. I guess before we get anywhere, what's that?
Does it open up now that the power's out?
It
We have to
absolutely does not
open the
open up.
menu.
Thank you very much. Yes, it does not open up. Thank you, Mike.
I'm sorry, I wrecked it for us.
No, that's perfect. No, that's how it should be. Okay. However, right, that's fine. You should be able to actually open it with it's not being held shut either now, with the power. So just a regular test of strength will open it up. But only one of you can do it, obviously.
I'll walk forward and give it a shot.
Hold on, Bill. Let me help you out. And she's gonna take out her writing stick, and she's going to mark a symbol onto Bell's chest on his armor, and she's gonna pat his shoulder and say, "There you go. That should help you."
He just kind of looks like, okay, maybe he goes over and tries to open the door.
Okay. What does it do?
You said test-
Anything? Or you just
Test
No,
of strength.
I didn't do anything.
okay?
No, but Bale doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Right. No, I just want to know mechanically. Yeah, it's just a regular test of strength.
Oh, it was a close one.
Ah. Well, luckily you had that magic upon you.
Yes.
All right. So this opens up into a 60-foot diameter chamber with a domed 40-foot ceiling. It's piled with tin crates, boxes, and drums. So that this room is just full of crates, boxes, and drums. So it's pretty clearly some kind of a storage room. Besides the door that you came in from, I should say, there are 2 exits that are on the east wall. You came in from the west. So you got another one of those areas where you got 2 on the same wall. All of this stuff is marked. All these like crates and stuff are marked in a strange language that you can't read. but of course you could certainly go through them. It will just take you a while.
Let's just see what's in one, shall
Yeah,
we?
it will. Yeah, you could. If you open one up, you're gonna find. It's full of strange gears and unidentifiable machine. So it's got like
Okay.
parts, basically, machine parts.
Okay.
But that's one. I mean, there are lots of them marked differently. You can tell they're marked differently, even though you can't read them. Yeah. Effectively, it will take you an hour if you want to search this entire room. For goodness.
We don't have to. I was just interested.
No, I mean, I'm just putting that out there, just mechanically.
I
If you
mean,
want to take
I
6
don't.
turns to do it.
I don't mind searching this room. You
I'll
never know
guard
what
the
we might find.
I'll guard the exits.
Okay,
I
the
mean,
double
since-
exit or the
since
one
we
that you
did-
came in from?
The double exit.
Everybody else is
Search then.
searching?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you guys,
Sure.
I mean, you maybe you go in one lantern, but you kind of like spread out as best you can and you're searching around. It takes about an hour. You roll for any wandering alien creatures. It's pretty quiet. Nothing disturbs you. What you find is, besides like stuff that you can't really, I mean, it looks cool, but it's big and you have no idea what it is, like pieces of machinery. What you do find is a strange tube that, see if it has a description of it. Is a 2-pound, 12-inch long cylindrical device. It's black, and on one end there's a piece of glass, and there's a button on it.
I'll press the button.
Okay.
Away.
When you
Point
do,
it that way.
okay, you gotta point it away from the group. Or
Yeah,
towards them.
I'll
Okay.
point it away from the group.
Oh, all right. It's a one-time use beam of fully healing, but it doesn't hit it. No, I'm just kidding. No, a 90-foot beam that terminates at a 20-foot diameter of light. It's a flashlight. Oh, I'm sorry. It's an electric
Ooh.
torch.
Electric
Yes.
torch. Aha.
Nice.
Oh, nice. I really like
Yeah,
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
cool.
hold on to that.
All right. Just, I mean, you'll find this out eventually. I just like the description. Hold
It
on, says,
explodes if you.
no, it uses a regenerative battery cell with 72-hour life, of which 1 hour is recharged per hour of sunlight exposure. I mean, you'll figure this out once you start using it. Heavily overcast skies, inapplicable. So you gotta do it on a sunny day. The electric torch is made of a strong, durable metal, able to withstand extreme heat and cold, too. It is submersible. I just like the description. It's like they're trying to sell it on Sharper Image. Sharper Image
Like-
flashlight.
Calesta's like testing this back in her lab, and she's like, "Okay, this is kind of cool, but is it submersible?"
That's always the risk. So you also find a crate that has 72 krill packets. They're actually these thin, they're basically like power bars. You break one open and it smells like, it's got a fishy smell, but it's like a compressed food bar made of krill.
You know the creature that we slew in that strange room. Does it look anything like a sea creature to you?
It doesn't look like anything
With the
I've ever seen.
pincers?
Perhaps it was
Like a
eating these
crab?
krill. Yeah, perhaps these krills are its food.
Maybe.
There's another crate that holds a small green metal box, 5 by 5 by 10. It's engraved with curvilinear designs. Let's see. The interior is padded in felt and contains 9 ampules and 3 syringes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What are these?
That's a good question.
More sorcery,
I will give,
obviously.
yeah, I'll give both Pinista and Callisto a 1 in 6 chance of doing with this. This is pretty.
Yeah.
This is a pretty odd thing. You could research it like outside of like the adventure, but if you get the 1 in 6, you might have to.
No.
No, you suspect that it's some kind of alien technology. Of course, you know that, like for instance, the Snake Men put like some of their what we would consider magic items in pill form. So it could be that some creatures put them in shots, but you don't know what they are, and unless you just want to randomly inject yourself, you'll have to research.
Nope.
Between sessions. Yeah. So that's something that you'll spend some time researching. Callista will definitely be able to do it as a magician.
I mean, if she
Uh,
lives.
Right, if you make it up, or you'll have to bring it somewhere to an alchemist or something, or a witch would be even better. But a magician can also do it. Okay. Other than that, it's just basically stuff like machine parts that are big and heavy that you wouldn't really know what you could do with them at this point. But certainly the box with the ampules and syringes looks interesting. The krill packets, if you want to carry them, and the electric torch. So the krill is like a dry. It's basically like iron rations essentially. Each one is a day's worth of rations actually.
I'll take one back for Brighild. She likes shrimp.
That's right, she does. Okay. But yeah,
Pinista does not, but Brighild does.
There's like a box of
I'll just
power
take
bars
one.
there, basically. It's like the
Right.
Hyperborean version.
It's a
of a
Cliff
power
bar.
It's a Cliff bar, yeah. It's a Hyperborean bar. Yeah. So you search around, and that's basically what you find. In this room.
Okay.
So you do have actually 2 other doors. They're both on the west wall. And I'm assuming you'd want to get some ideas, so you might as well open them both. I mean, you have all the time in the world, so I'm not going to make you roll to open doors. If
Right.
something's chasing you, then we'll deal with it, but you can just keep trying until you open it otherwise. So you pull them both open, and you see one goes up, it ascends up, and the other one goes down. The one that goes up, it only goes about 25 or so feet, then it banks hard to the left, and you assume keep going up, so you can't really see beyond because there's a corner there. The one that goes down goes further than the light of your lantern. Oh, unless you want to use the flashlight.
Yeah.
That goes nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you shine the
collectible.
electric torch down there, you see that it goes about 70 feet down to a door.
Look at that. This is a handy little gadget.
What an incredible sorcery that is.
I hope it's submersible.
It's definitely
Yes.
submersible.
Technically, everything is submersible once.
That is true. I like the way you think, Bale.
Yes. I'll go down to the other door.
You want to go down or up? Just down right to the door? Okay. Okay, so you get down to the door, and once again, I mean, I'm just going to make sure there's nothing there that would matter if you took your time to open it. Yeah, whatever. You open the door. It doesn't take that, whatever. I'm not going to make you roll unless there's something dangerous on the other side. Well, I mean, that would immediately attack you. Not to say there's nothing dangerous. So when you
Right.
die, don't blame me. All right, so you pull this door open and look in. You can see that besides the door that you came through, there are 2 more doors, basically on the other side of the room. And let's see. The smell of recently burnt spruce and pine is redolent here. Oh, it's redolent. This round, 60-foot by diameter chamber is domed with a 40-foot ceiling height that's heavily damaged. The walls are scarred with ages-old blast marks and rents that expose granite behind half-inch metal sheeting. A crescent-shaped table, 5 feet high and 20 feet long, is toppled over. Set beside the table are 4 concave pedestals of soapstone, each 6 inches tall and 10 inches wide. At the south side of the chamber stands a stove carved of black stone with metal ductwork that penetrates the wall and ceiling. A fresh pile of wood is stacked 8 feet from the stove. A pile of bones and skulls is also here. They look like animal bones. Amongst the refuse can be found... can't tell you that. Unless you want to check it.
I will check it.
Okay, roll save versus... No, I'm just kidding. Oh, yeah, so you check
okay.
the refuse. No, I'm just kidding. Amongst the refuse can be found a 1x4 foot soapstone plaque. Intagulated?
Plaque.
A plaque. It's intagulated.
Tagulated?
Intagulated.
Carved or engraved on the surface. Intagulated.
Ah,
Yeah, there you go. Look at that. That's our word for the day. Intagulated. Yeah, that's how you say it. I'm
Last
bad
week
at
was
pronouncing stuff like
redolent.
that.
This week is intagulated.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Right, redolent was last week's exactly. Another thing that's redolent.
Carved or
Yeah,
engraved on the surface.
Yeah, it's intagulated with strange cone-shaped beings. All right, hold on. A 1 foot, 1 by 4 foot soapstone plaque intagulated with strange cone-shaped beings lined in a procession. 4 appendages project from the top of each cone creature. 2 with claw-like nippers, 1 with trumpet-like extensions, 1 that ends in a tentacled head with 3 large eyes. This
Sorta
looks
like what
awful
we've
familiar.
seen.
Yeah. Intagulated.
Yeah, if they had known, if you would like this soapstone plaque, it happens to be intagulated with strange cone-shaped beings.
Aha. Anybody want this?
It's pretty heavy, but you still carry it. Yeah.
It's
I
a
mean-
picture.
On the way out, if we have time, I wouldn't mind grabbing it. And there's
Well-
no telling what I might be able to learn from that.
That'll
Going to
go
make it-
very well with this. And he holds up the pouch with that little horn in it.
It'll make a
Poor
great
creature.
story.
It sure
Yeah.
Great
would.
song.
Yes.
You said nippers, right? Just making sure.
Yes.
Nippers.
Nippers.
Good, good.
Hold on. You want to make sure you have that.
I want to write the
Oh.
wrong thing.
Hold on. 4 appendages project from the top of each cone creature. 2 with claw-like nippers. Oh, I see. I see where you're going there. Okay.
Just
Anyways. Now we have to make this adult only. This is why this isn't for kids. I blame Nikki for that.
Yes. She's wrecked the last 2.
Mm.
I
Like we're
did.
trying to maintain some level of professionalism here.
I asked for clarification. You chose to misinterpret me. That's not my fault.
I'm just imagining the alternative.
Wow. Wow. Gaslighting much, Nikki? Wow.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I mean,
Exactly.
nippers are the clippers. Yeah, nothing else. Right?
Right.
Yes.
Yes,
Pincers.
yes.
Yeah, pincers.
Pincers, yes.
Nippers.
There you go. In any case, there's nothing
My
else. in this
childlike
room.
innocence has saved the broadcast.
Oh, thankfully Young's here. Okay, so in any case, there's nothing else that seems to value or anything. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. All right, so you got 2 other exits. Besides here. So yeah, there seems to be some fresh wood in here, and it seemed like there was fairly recently a fire in this stove.
And these bones, do we know what the bones are?
You probably would not know, being from where you are.
Okay. But they're like not human.
They're definitely not human. They're some kind of well, I mean, everybody else, you might know what they are. They look like maybe horse or something to like. It's some kind of animal.
Okay.
But it says to the trained eye, you would know what they were. So I don't think anybody here is a hunter, so you probably wouldn't know what they are. But you know it's not a human for sure.
Right.
Looks like, I mean, you could put 2 and 2 together and think, maybe somebody set up camp here at some point and was cooking some kind of animals because it looks pretty fresh.
Yes.
I wonder why they didn't just grab the krill bars.
Exactly.
Because they're probably really gross.
I mean,
You have
maybe
that
they
like,
just didn't
because you open one, you have like that fishy smell in your hands.
Gross, gross, gross. Fish are gross.
But it's so good for you.
I know.
A little
All right.
salty. It's just salty.
I imagine Buddha's over there. He's like, he's on his 3rd one.
Yeah. I'm like dipping the dust out with my pinky.
I mean, since you do go on a ship a lot, having freeze-dried rations is probably a good thing. Though
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. But otherwise, this room is fairly empty. You got 2 other exits if you'd like to pursue them.
We would.
You know, to
Do
be
you think-
honest, I'm just
do
looking
you
at the
think-
time. I don't think we'll finish this. And I think that tonight, and I think that if we go for another half an hour, that there won't be that much to do next time.
Okay.
So I think this might be a good place to leave it, so we can then set ourselves up for next adventure, to make next session not only like 20 minutes long. Because I imagine there's about an hour and a half left in this at the most, depending on what you guys do, of course. So yeah, if there's any final things, otherwise we'll leave it here.
That sounds good to me.
Well, Callista, as she looks over this stone tablet of this strange creature, she says, "Oh, look, right here, this wording. I actually can read this part. It says, like, comment, subscribe to Bandits Keep live
Actual
actual
play.
play. Yeah, actual play. Sorry, it's like sometimes the translation it's kind of hard. It also says that you can ring the notification bell to get updates on future videos. So I mean that's kind of cool.
Ring my bell.
Excellent. We'll see you next time.